There, across the horns.
You're live.
Go.
Cross everything. Cross everything. Right. Okay. We're live. We got 2 people on straight away. That's great.
That was good.
Always
That
a good
could be
start.
me and my telly.
Yeah.
That could be me and my TV.
So it's just
Yeah.
one.
Could be me and my laptop too.
Oh,
That way I keep up with the
Yeah,
comments
oh,
on my side.
0.
Ew, we're fucking ruining it already.
I just have the TV on in case it shows something because it's small on my phone, so at least I can look over there and see it. Clever, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like you've done it
We
before,
got a few
mate.
people. We got Mickey in.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Mickey.
Okay.
Yeah. Mickey's here, so that's good. Yes. Okay. So, yes, this is episode 7 of our live stream series. We haven't actually done one of these for quite a while now. I want to say the last time we did one was February, and it was just me, Trevor and Johnny.
And I was out for the whole fucking thing for most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, it was you that got the curse that time. Yeah.
It's because I made fun of Marty too much, you see.
That's what happens, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, well, oh, fix it, you fat bastard.
Yeah, who's getting it tonight? So just take your pick.
Greetings, metal scumbags.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
At least we share it around, at least, anyhow.
Right?
Yeah.
Red the love.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one. Was it the last one we did of 2023, and I got the curse that time. So
yeah, because I think it was right after when Marty's went down and kind of have shit the fucking bed. I was like, my God, everybody
then it transferred onto me. Yeah.
Took me a while to recover from that one. No, it's so
man,
fucking
you were pissed.
frustrating. It's so
Dude,
fucking...
you were so pissed. I'm like, Marty's gonna snap.
Yeah, he wasn't happy,
Still
was he?
repairing shit that I broke.
Right? We're repairing shit. I broke smash. Oh. So what do we think, Josh? Should we start off with our singles or what?
Yeah, we can start off with the singles. Well, actually, or we could start off by saying that we've got Anthony on for this one.
We've got him on
for his first stream on the channel, on the series.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, it's good
This
to
is
be.
awesome.
I appreciate the invite. I appreciate your patience with me. I was beginning to wonder if I was ever going to make it happen.
Worth the wait. Worth the wait, Anthony. Worth the wait, sir.
Guys, man.
Time's important, big dog. We get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome
Well, I mean,
home,
it's been.
The man who knows more underground death metal than most.
Icky.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of found it difficult to actually get everybody together for this. That's probably why it's taken so long for us to actually do this one. But now that we're all, able to do them again, hopefully we might be able to do some more regular ones in the foreseeable. So,
John's going to stop going to concerts.
That's not going to happen.
It's your fault.
That's true.
I said, I know obviously I couldn't do that many when I was when I moved out into the mother-in-law's when they were getting all this extension done. So
yeah,
I was a bit limited. I think I only managed one live stream while I was there, and that was with Dave and Matt. But as I said, I just couldn't fit one in with you guys. So, and you obviously have your summer break as well, don't you, Josh? So.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of that now, so yeah. But I'll be still doing some streams. We're going to be doing one next week. Me, Trev, and Ryan as well. We're going to be doing a Trivium ranking, so that'll be quite cool. And then after that, I don't know what what I'm going to be doing after that. But yeah, let's get straight into it, because this time we've got some singles that we all chose and have been listening to. So we're going to start off with those. So what should we do first? Should we
just do the usual way we do it?
Yeah, do yours, Josh, and work round.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because Anthony, I'm not sure whether you actually had a chance to listen to the singles or not.
I listened to. I gave them a brief listen. Not brief. I listened to them all one time through.
Mm-hmm. That's fair enough. That's cool. But yeah, because we didn't know Anthony was going to be on the stream, that Anthony hasn't actually got a single, but we can discuss the ones that the rest of us have, and that should be enough really for this segment. Pie Face is in the chat.
Oh Lord,
Simon.
Oh, no.
$10 horse.
What can you do?
they're with the neighborhood.
Right? It's all over now. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So yeah, let's start with the singles. So yeah, I picked. Well, it's not the latest single, but it's the second single from Unto Others. I've got to thank Johnny Mac for getting me into them. Yeah. Oh, he's got the hat on. That's cool.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, I picked the second single, Raigeki, because it straight away just hooked me. You know, I really like the old school heavy metal vibe in that song. And the music video is really cool as well, because it shows like the Japanese suicide bombers in World War II. I thought that was really cool, and it kind of brings a little more meaning to the song. Yeah, there's a really nice guitar solo in it. Yeah, it's just I thought it was a really, really cool song. I think it's probably, out of the 3 singles that they've released so far, I think that's my favorite song. And yeah, that's why I wanted to pick it, because I thought it was the most energetic and the song that everyone would probably enjoy the most out of the 3. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, what do you think of it, Anthony?
The Unto Others song, or the Unto Others. I didn't. I mean, I don't know if I queued up the right song or not, but to me, in my ears, and like I say, I just gave him a cursory listen while I was trying to prepare it the last minute. It sounded poppy to me. Was I listening to the right song? Like top 40 kind of.
It's they've got a very goth vibe. They're going a lot for the 80s sort of goth rock type sound. Very Sisters of Mercy sort of. It's probably they've got that sort of beat in the background, but there's obviously they infuse the sort of metal guitar into it, sort of thing. So it's
right.
But it does have that sort of beat to it. Yeah, it's almost like the bass is quite almost like a poppy sort of bass.
The one thing I did make a note of here, I wrote a few notes when the guitar solo started out. It almost reminded me of some Tom Morello stuff, like it was fixing to be a Rage Machine solo or something like that. You know that sound he started out with when he first started the solo, about halfway through the song? Did anybody else pick up on that? Maybe I was listening to the wrong song.
I can't disagree with you, but I think that's sort of kind of how Unto Others does a lot of their stuff, because I listened to the other single that they had, and you're right, there is sort of that. I'm like, hang on a minute, is this a Rage track?
Yeah.
And once they kick back into once the solo was over to kick back into the song, I'm like, okay. I was kind of hoping for sort of like something a bit more mellow that kind of kept along with the main part of the main riff and stuff.
Right. Yeah, the guitar work was excellent, I thought, especially on the solo.
Yeah, no, it was fucking great.
Yeah, well, I said obviously I'm a big fan, as you know. I think the last album, Strength, was my album of the year, 22, when it came out, and I'd only heard it like that month, and as I said, it just seemed to meld because as you know, I'm a big goth rock fan anyway. I like my Sisters of Mercy and Mission and Fields of the Nephilim and all that sort of stuff, and you know the Damned when they went from punk to goth and all that sort. So I was a big fan of that anyway. To have a new band that were taking that but adding a metal guitarist to it and putting solos in and all that sort of stuff, because you don't usually get a lot of solos in them sort of tracks. Just sounding really good. Yeah, I'd said I love everything they do. I was lucky to see him supporting Carcass last year, which seemed very odd, but it was so cool seeing the Carcass audience. It was in a small club, really going for it and really enjoying it. I wondered if they might get a bit of a hard lap because they're not Carcass, obviously. But they got, you know, that's why they got the hat from the gig. But yeah, absolutely brilliant, great stuff. And so I got a t-shirt as well. And I think I now own everything they've done, all the earlier stuff. I managed to pick up because they used to be called Idle Hands before, but they had to change the name. I don't know if it was something to do with the movies or whatever that came out, because there was a movie called Idle Hands, a horror movie, if I remember rightly. I don't know if it was something to do with that. But I know they had to change the name to that, and the first album was as Idle Hands. I think it was called Manor, and they released it with the Unto Others name, and I managed to pick up a copy on vinyl a few months back, and it's really good. And I got some of there's the Strength album. There's like outtakes. There's and some EPs and stuff I picked up from the show with Carcass. But yeah, the song's great. As I said, it's another wonderful Unto Others thing, and they've got obviously got a new album coming out this year, which is I'll be getting as soon as it comes out. So yeah, it's a banger.
Yeah, I'm a big Unto Others fan. I think Johnny Mac might have got me into them as well. So I have Mana and Strength on vinyl as well. I also went to see them with Carcass in Ireland and Arch Enemy and Behemoth. But when I got to the gig, they literally hit their last strum on the guitar Unto Others. They were just I know, yeah, and I was really looking forward to them. So I ended up just getting 2 t-shirts at the gig, one for me and one for Johnny, and didn't see them. But I remember one of my friends had been at the gig that night, and he said to me after the gig, I asked him how to wear, and he says, I'll just say one thing. If the Cult were a heavy metal band, that's what he said. That's what they sound like. It's got that 80s kind of cult vibe, you know, nothing too heavy about the guitars or anything like that, but very melodic, very catchy. I love the vocals. It's not a strange voice, but he has got a very kind of muted voice, but I think it's very apt to the music, and I really, really like Unto Others. So that's the only track I've listened to of the new ones, because like my own single that we're going to be talking about soon, they've got a couple of tracks out for that album, but I haven't listened to them because that's on the way. I'm expecting it this week, and I didn't want to hear the whole album. So, but yeah, Unto Others can't do anything wrong as far as I'm concerned. I need to get that Strength 2 album. Just didn't see it popping around anywhere. But yeah, good single, Josh. Yeah, really good. And a cool video.
Yeah.
No fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to check out the video for it because I mostly just listened to the singles on the way into work and stuff. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm absolutely not much of a goth rock guy at all. But at the same time, when I had first heard, I'm like, oh, Unto Others, it's a Doom song. And it's not a Doom song at all. It's very much that sort of goth rock sort of thing. Like Anthony said, there's very much the weird bits with the solos where it completely sounds like a total different song, but it still fits in some sort of twisted way, I guess, in some sort of, in that twisted side of my brain. But the vocals matched everything. It all did sound good, and yeah, I can absolutely hear the Sisters of Mercy vibe all through that. It was a really nice pace, and then just getting my face beat up by death metal all the fucking time.
Did it sound like The Cure to you guys?
Yes.
A little bit of Cure in there as well, yeah.
It's almost like if Sisters of Mercy and The Cure had a baby. we get onto others. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and it's got that metal element in it as well, and that you know, it's like for me, it's like I'm not a goth person either. Obviously, my mum is, and that's why she really likes them as well. But for me, it's got the, you know, that it's metal enough for me to enjoy it as well, you know. And yeah, they're a really, really awesome band, and it's cool that they're now on Century Media and are probably going to be, you know, hopefully will be a lot bigger now, which is cool.
It's a very
I
good
think I was going to say the Carcass tour, I think, helped get a lot of people into them. Certainly do. Thanks, Simon. I think the playing with Carcass, I think, helped a lot. I think they've got a lot of death metal guys really to take notice, and especially a lot of the my sort of age that sort of grew up with through the 80s anyway, that listened to all the stuff when it all came out, and the post-punk stuff and all that kind of thing. There's a lot of that in some of the guitar sound when you've not got the metal sound in, it's almost got that sort of jangly, sort of almost pop rock, goth rock sound. But his voice just fits the sound perfectly.
Yeah,
called Rosetta Stone, who basically were another sort of a UK band. A lot like Sisters of Mercy, they had a drum machine and all that. Obviously, Onto Others don't use drum machine; they've got a proper drummer. But the Sisters famously had a drum machine called Dr. Avalanche. But this band, Rosetta Stone, who same sort of setup, just like three guys in a drum machine, but the vocalist sounds a lot like the vocalist from Onto Others. So that's why I'm probably what hit me. The vocals sound like that, and that's why the 80s vibe just works well for me anyway. So I'll shut up now.
Right.
Cool.
John's turn, I think.
Okie dokie, yeah. Well, I've gone for the latest single by this band. This is Winter Filler, UK black metal, folky black metal, I guess you could call it. This was the last album that came out. New single's wonderful. I was lucky enough to see him last year supporting Stormkeep. They were excellent, really, really good. And one of my favourite sort of doomy sort of bands to come out the UK is a sort of monastic doom. There's a band called Arth. And that's the guys is Mark Deeks. Oh, pardon me, who is in fact the keyboard player for Winterfiller. So, oh god, it's a good job you can't taste that. That was horrible. Anyway,
the fucking gurgles.
Sorry about that. It's too fizzy in it. It's bloody lager. Yeah. So I wasn't sure what single to go for, and it just kind of popped up in my feed that Winterfell had a new one out. I knew the album was coming out this year, so obviously I checked it out. The video's great. It's all stormy and all that sort of stuff. They're based up in sort of Yorkshire way, I think, if I remember Winterfell. So they've got sort of they're like the mountain ranges and all that sort of stuff. But the new ones seems cool because it seems to be more winter themed. But yeah, it's, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. It's just wonderful UK modern sounding black metal. Got a little bit of, because it's got the keyboards in there and reminds you of some of the old traditional bands. But yeah, no, it's great. I said I love Winterfell. They're one of my favourite UK black metal bands. And I thought, I know Trev's not a huge fan of the black metal, but I thought this was quite. This one was not that harsh, and I thought you might get on with the vocals, and they're quite melodic, to be honest. So thought you might like them. But anyway, yeah, that was my pick. Can't remember the fuck it's called, to be honest.
Upon the Shore, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I knew something to do with the shore. But, yeah, so there you go. Let me know what you thought.
Well, there was two bands tonight. That was my first time hearing. Winter Philip was one, and then Fit for an Autopsy I'd never heard before either. So yeah, like I'm still not the biggest black metal person in the world. If I go to my collection, I've still got a lot of black metal records, but I've never heard Winter Philip. I might even be saying that right, but it's the kind of black metal that I do like is what Winter Philip are doing, because it's very melodic. There's a lot going on underneath the harsh vocals and the fucking blast drums. There's enough music in there underneath to keep me going. It's very melodic, like seriously melodic black metal. And yeah, that's why I enjoy it so much. I don't mind some of the harsher stuff, like the early Dark Throne stuff, Carpathian Forest, that kind of stuff. But I do prefer this stuff more, even if there's a bit of keyboards in it. Okay, it's probably not pure black metal, but this is the kind of stuff I can listen to a lot of, and a high volume. If it's just all blasty and crazy vocals, I don't get it. But this is very melodic. I seen the length on it 7 minutes, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is going to be a drain." No, seriously, I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was black metal, but there's so much melody underneath the drums, or in between the drums and the vocals, and it's just it's very easy to listen to. I found. I listened to it a few times, so yeah. So I will be going to check out Winter Philip, try to get some of their stuff, if I said it right. But yeah, good choice. It's probably my favorite song of the day. But you know what I mean. But yeah, good stuff, John. Like it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Johnny,
let buddy go then.
That was the fucking best pick out of the lot. And that's even with my change from Fit for an Autopsy to Grand Magus. The thing about that Winter Philip, which I actually didn't know how to pronounce it till you literally just said it not that long ago. I hear nothing but enslaved worship. So for me, if you want me to start, if you want me to get into black metal, talk about bands like Enslaved, and I'm all for it. I love Enslaved's last record. There's enough of it pounding, but there's so much melody in it, and the fucking vocals work. Those vocals work for me. Whatever the dude in fucking Enslaved does, and whatever the dude whatever they're doing, it sounds great, because it's not like they're not screaming so high. It's enough of a fucking perfect mix of the high and the low to make me go, okay, I don't dislike this. I actually really fucking love it. So yeah, this is a band I could probably check out more of if a lot of their stuff is like this. So yeah, that's definitely something I could. Yeah, that's definitely something I could get into. I'm like, fuck, I picked like a band that I really dig, and then John comes in with this, and I'm like, well, fuck, now what do I do? Normally, I'm not a fan of 7-minute fucking black metal songs, but this was just right, because you have to
epic.
It's so epic. It has to be that long. You can't make it 3 or 4 minute song like that, because I don't feel you're going to get the full breadth of the atmosphere and the nastiness, as it were.
Yeah,
great fucking choice. Loved it.
It didn't feel 7 minutes either when you're listening to it. Definitely not. It
felt like a 4 or 5 minute song.
Yeah.
Kind of get lost in it, which is nice.
Josh, do you think, mate?
Yeah. Same as Marty and Trev. I'd never listened to this band. Again, I'm quite new to black metal, probably even more new to black metal than Marty is. And yeah, I'd heard of the name, but I kind of wasn't really sure what they were going to sound like. I was thinking, they might have been like some folky kind of black metal. And I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to, I might not enjoy it. But I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I think you guys knocked the nail on the head that it was definitely very melodic. And obviously it had the sort of keyboards going underneath what was going on. But I thought that the track was pretty cool. And, the way it starts off with the more kind of harsh drumming style and, and then it kind of goes into this like different section, and then the outro section, you know, it was a really, really cool like outro for the song. Yeah, some really cool riffs on it. Yeah, the vocals as well. I agree with Trev. It's like it's not like too harsh, but it's not like too far away from like traditional black metal vocals. And yeah, I definitely would like to check out more of their stuff in the future because yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Anthony, what do you think?
Research on there, I seen that their theme was ancient British history and Anglo-Saxon literature. So I figured when I play that it was going to be over my head. And don't take much to get over my head. What I want to see is Trevor singing this song in the shower, since he's the vocal. As the water cascades off of that bald head, maybe he can get the feel of the no, just kidding.
Fuck, you should have kept going. I was enjoying that for a half a second.
Like, yeah, I'll write the lyrics in the song. Like a lot of you guys, I'm not the biggest black metal fan, not because I don't enjoy the music, but just because I haven't been able to wrap my head around it quite yet. And when you start talking about black metal, man, there's so many different shades of black. You know, it's just it's hard to find something that you enjoy. This was pretty good in my opinion. You know, I hate to put my opinion on other people's music. Some people would think it's a masterpiece. I guess you would call this atmospheric black metal, or would this be symphonic? What would you classify this as?
John?
It's not quite symphonic, is it? As I said, I know I guess it's atmospheric.
Yeah, that's what I would call it.
Probably. But you know, as I said, it's there's enough black metal in there, I think, to keep the sort of the elitists happy, because it does blast. It's got all the bits and bobs, but there's a lot of melody in there. So I don't know, atmospheric melodic black metal.
Yeah.
Whatever. I would probably go with that. Yeah.
Fall in. I mean, I kind of enjoy it, but it would be one of those things for me to pursue it any further. I would need to sit down and not be rushed and take it all in with my headphones on and be in the right mood. You know, in other words, it's not one of those things that if I was leaving to go to town to get me something to eat, I would put that in and while I was driving. And one of those things that I would have to be able to focus on and take time to listen to. And if I did that, if I had time to do that, I think I would really enjoy it.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a immortal sort of vibe as well. So Heart of Winter, sort of that kind of bit with that's obviously melodic and keyboardy. So it's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Right.
Agreed. Yep. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab another beer.
Ruin it for y'all. So next time you're listening to it, every time you hear that, think about Trevor standing out knee deep in snow in Canada without a shirt on, singing this song to you with these black metal vocals.
Just getting in touch. Yeah, just shirtless fat ass in Canada. I mean, it makes sense. Tapping into my inner Matt Pike. You know what though, John? I'm really let. It was the only letdown I have of that song is it's not as satanic as Gojira. Yeah, that's still funny. Anywho, that being said, that's about a 20-minute rant I can go on and on and on about, but I won't. You know.
Yeah.
Great fucking song. Holy shit, I love that.
Yeah, very good.
Marty.
Me. Okay, before we go any further, I listened to my single without seeing the video. Did anybody watch the video?
Yes. Yeah.
When I seen the video, I went, fuck, they're going to hit it now. Because the video is just pure fucking cheese. But yeah. I chose, what the fuck is the name of the song? Not much is around my head.
Uh-oh. Flight of
Uh,
something. Help.
Fight.
Is it
Fight for metal.
Fight in the night or something? Hang on.
Fight in the
Yeah.
night. Sorry, Josh. Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah. So I chose Fight in the Night by Danish band. I think they're Danish. Dream Evil.
Yep.
Like out of all the metal genres, I love black death metal. I was going to say black metal. I love death metal. Always been a thrash fan. I absolutely love Doom. Doom's one of my favorites as well. But I'll always go back to heavy metal. Totally old school heavy metal, 80s heavy metal. Any kind of heavy metal I love. So I absolutely adore Dream Evil. I know it's corny, cheesy metal. Just looking at any of their older stuff there, that's the book of heavy metal that tells you it all. Like the Sledge, you know, the names of the songs, Crusaders Anthem. It's all that fist banging metal, studs, leather, fucking corny, cheesy stuff. But I absolutely adore the band. It's a box set of all their other albums there. I'd love to get them in vinyl. As I say, I have the new album ordered. I only listened to one song, and I listened to a bit of the title track, Metal Gods. But yeah, for me, they're just straight up good heavy metal band, amazing vocals. You mightn't have seen it on that song there itself. It wasn't probably the best song on the album. I don't know until I hear it. But they're a fun band. I know for a fact when I get this album, within 2 weeks, I'm going to know this album fucking perfectly. I'm going to know every song of it, every chorus and that. That's just the kind of band they are. I don't know if any of you listened to them before that, but before the single, but yeah, they're an excellent heavy metal band. If you can just take away all the fucking Judas Priesty looking shit, but all these albums are fucking excellent. This one especially, the title track of this album, if you want to hear a good song, if you didn't like that one, it's called Dragon Slayer, Chasing the Dragon, sorry, is the name of the song. Check that out, man. It's just pure, brilliant traditional heavy metal, very 80s style. And fuck it. I knew once you seen the video you were going to fucking hate it because it was putting me off, actually, the video. It's just stupid. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. But yeah, it's going to be, I know for a fact the album is going to be right up there for me for the end of the year because they're just a band. I don't know when they come out first. Late 2000s? Or early 2000s, sorry, or something like that. But I discovered them on the first album, that Dragon Slayer album. And yeah, they're a great band. It's a catchy tune if you're not watching the video. But the video can be very off-putting. But yeah. I might be getting the bottom vote here of the whole lot. But yeah. Maybe not.
I don't know about that. I mean, to be honest with you, I think it's about as close to the Grand Megas pick that I changed mine to. Very, very poppy, very, well, not poppy to the point of like, you know, Taylor Swift or whatever, but like fucking very much into that whole new album thing. Like it's big epic vocals, big choruses, really good fucking killer new album riffs. And yeah, don't watch the video if you don't want to be completely turned off in about 37 seconds. Other than that, it ticks all the boxes for just a good, solid fucking heavy metal track. Vocally, it was fucking. I was actually pretty impressed with Buddy's vocals.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Cool. He is a good singer. Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's kind of like being with an ugly girl.
Oh well.
I mean, it's all right and fun as long as you ain't got to look at it.
Yeah, just don't just ignore the visuals because you might get completely messed up.
Yeah.
Just like a visual of me in the shower.
I'm getting rid of these albums. Does anybody want them?
Right. Josh, give us your thoughts, you bastard.
Right. Okay. Well, I went into it with, I didn't even know who the band was or anything, as I would. And I, just put it on. I didn't watch the music video. I listened to it on Spotify because, that's, that's what people my age do. Just stick it straight on Spotify. But yeah, when it first started, I was like, this kind of sounds a bit thrashy. I don't know, but it just had like a mid-paced thrash metal kind of sounding song to me. You know, a bit more modern kind of twist on it. And I was like, yeah, this is all right. And then the vocals come in and lost me after that, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait till next. You wait till next week's stream, pal, and you won't like me. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Nah, it's just that kind of style of metal. I think it's probably an age thing for me because I'm a bit younger than everybody else. But
yes,
you know, it's just not. It's just it's just that kind of style of metal is just not quite my thing. But musically, I did enjoy it. I like the riffs because they kind of sounded a little like mid-paced thrash, like I said. So yeah, not absolutely terrible, but for me, it kind of the vocals kind of let it down for me. But that's just me,
Fair enough. Yeah, it's not everybody's kind of metal. As you say, it could be older people's metal, but I don't know. But yeah. Anthony, you're older.
I knew it. At least I get to park at the store. Listen, when Josh sent me the titles, and when I seen Dream Evil, I thought about Dio.
Yeah.
And so that's what I had in my mind when I hit play, when I streamed it to my stereo. And when it come on with the chuggy guitar, I said, yeah, I'm with this, But then I was expecting Dio, and I got Tony Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It had good.
Yeah.
I love the chuggy guitars. But when I heard the gang vocals, and the pump your fist and call to arms and up on your feet, everybody, I knew what the video would be like, even if I didn't see it. But I enjoy, especially the chuggy guitar where it starts off there at the beginning, the guitar tone, that heavy chug, like y'all was talking about, that had that thrashy chug, palm muted chug. And I even enjoyed the vocals, but the gang vocals is where they kind of lost me, but still good stuff.
Mm. Yep.
I watched the video.
Oh, fucking hell.
But I actually watched it twice so I could actually listen to it, because I thought it can't be as bad as the video. So I had to play it again on YouTube and not watch it. Because I can't be asked using Spotify these days. I only use the free one anyway. I'm too tight to pay for it. So I musically it's great, as you say. It's I grew up with new wave British heavy metal, as you all know. That was my that's what I got into, sort of punk first in the tail end of the 70s, and then into your Saxons and your Motorheads and AC/DC and all them sort of stuff, all the bands that were coming out, and then all your Angel Witches and all that. So musically, yeah, as you say, it's just straight up heavy metal, isn't it? It's very Judas Priesty, because majority of these are newer, what do they call them, new wave of traditional heavy metal or something like that. They all have a little bit of Judas Priest in there, because I guess that's you class them, Iron Maiden, Saxon, and they're your sort of what people think of. That's what I think of when someone says, "Oh, they're they sound heavy metal," and that's the generic sound. Usually got your two guitarists, and as you say, your high ranging vocals and all that sort of stuff. Decent drummer in the background, nice thumping bass, and that. As you say, that the guitars were great, nice and chuggy. Yeah, it's good. I had heard of the band, but not heard anything by him before. Weirdly, I said like Anthony, when you hear the name Dream Evil, I think of the Dio album. But yeah, it's definitely not Dio, is he? He's not a Dio style vocalist. But yeah, it was good. It wasn't bad, but yeah, as I said, just sort of traditional heavy metal. I probably wouldn't pick up anything by him, to be honest, but I wouldn't turn it off. Although I probably would turn the video off. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, they did take their name from the Dio album as well as a tribute to Dio. This is their first album in 7 years as well, but like they're not spring chickens, these guys. But yeah, they have some quality albums, definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to get the album this week so we can give it a proper spin. But yeah, they're catchy, very, as Anthony was saying, the gang shouting vocals. Nearly all their stuff is like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like a KK Priest album or a fucking thing. You know, it's all that fist pumping shit. Like, but yeah, cool. Glad you enjoyed the video.
I'll have to watch that video.
It's gonna go down as one of the worst metal videos ever, I reckon.
It's not the best.
No, Marty, because you see, there's a band called fucking Manowar that made everything fucking worse than that, pal.
I don't know. 5 guys clad in heavy metal clothes playing around a kid's playground. It's a bit fucking dodgy.
Oh yeah, and that bass player something fucking else too. That clown. Anyway, so yeah, I went with Grand Magus, and their new single, Skyward Bound, comes out off the new record coming out October 18th called Sun Raven. There's not a whole lot of doomy elements to this song because a lot of their old stuff does have a little bit of doom to it. But again, 3-piece fucking Swedish fucking heavy metal band. What more do you want? Bit of chuggy guitars in there. It's polished. The production is polished all the fuck too, which is fine because sometimes with these sort of new album bands, you have to have a big production to get people to listen to it more. Not everybody wants to. Not everybody wants to hear a shitty sounding fucking new album band. I mean, shitty sounding is usually left for like the older fucking black metal stuff. Not that that's a bad thing, because that's what they, that's how they come across and it works for them. That being said, big vocals, big chorus, big verses, all that shit. Boy, or Jesus. Oh. Kim, you're
that's why they got the 30 nappies on, isn't it? They were infants of war when they had the nappies on and just never took them off.
Oh. Kim is really fueling my next fucking video. I can just see it right now. Holy shit. Yeah. I was going to listen to the fucking Fit for an Autopsy thing, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I want to have my face beat up with a fucking deathcore song. And then I saw they were putting out a new record. I'm like, that's what I'm going to listen to. Fucking Grand Magus, because I haven't listened to them in quite a while. Really? That's fucking weird. They might have sounded better if that was the case. Haha. Just commenting on Dan's comment. So, yeah. So, tell me your thoughts. If you hated it or you loved it or fucking whatever.
Right. Again, this is another band where I'd heard the name but never listened to them. But I'll tell you what, I thought it was a pretty cool song. I quite liked it. It had that old school metal kind of vibe. I didn't hear any doom metal on it, which is probably a plus for me. But
no, yeah, a lot of their old stuff is more doomy-ish. But yeah, continue.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, no, I thought it was cool because it had that like old school metal vibe to it, and yeah, I can't really fault it. I like the vocals. There's some cool guitar riffs throughout. It was quite fairly energetic. Yeah, I liked it. There's nothing bad I can say about it. Yeah, I'll have to see what some of their other stuff's like.
Yeah, it's definitely not doomy as you would think. There's just that old sort of classic kind of Candlemass kind of feel to it in some aspects. But yeah.
Cool.
The wise old one. Tell us your thoughts, buddy.
Oh, like the other guys, when I queued it up to play, I was looking at Metal Archives and I seen they were classified as heavy metal / doom. And when I heard the opening riff, I said, "Oh, I like that guitar tone." And I kept waiting for the doom to come in, but the doom never arrived, which was fine. But like you guys said, they've moved on from the doom evidently on this song. I don't know what the rest of the album looks like. I've heard of these guys before. I've seen they've got an album cover that's iconic, but I can't remember the image that's on it. But I always see it and want to check it out. But I enjoy the song. I love the guitar work, especially the solo. I'll listen to anything if it's got good heavy guitars in it. That doesn't even have to be heavy. Just good guitar work, makes up for a lot of things to me in music. But it was balanced. I enjoyed it. I had my palette set for some doom when I queued it up to play, but I was pleasantly surprised. Even maybe some of that go back to our older stuff, check out some of the doom. I would probably even like that better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting a bit of doom as well, because I think I'd only heard some of the earlier stuff, and as you say, it's not doomy. It's more almost like sort of the earlier stuff's more kind of high on fire. This, isn't it, Trev? I find.
Yeah.
Not obviously not as, I don't think they're as technically proficient.
Musically,
Mr. Mike. But and obviously because they've got that sort of sludgy sort of doom thing, but they're still chuggy and liffy, aren't they? And to be fair, the Grand Megas that I'd heard, I can't remember what album it was. I think I had a burnt CD back in the day, and it was really good. The new one is excellent again. But I'd say it's not quite. They have changed the style, and it is more traditional heavy metal, isn't it?
It is.
I must admit, yeah, it's more trad metal. As you say, it's got some nice chunky riffs on it. There's certainly no doom in it at all, or even sludge, to be honest. Video is not as embarrassing as in Dream Evil. There wasn't a single playground in sight.
Yeah, shit.
that
fuck.
But yeah.
Oh man,
it was a good track though. Yeah. As I said, it was almost like as you say, you could have swapped them. The two of them, both the notes that I did like about them, they were all pretty much the same, apart from the fact, obviously, the video was incredibly shit on Dream Evil. The High on Fire, not quite as bad. But no, it's a good track, Joe. It sounds decent.
Cool.
Right, me like this ask for Mario. Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah, thanks, Simon. Sorry about that. Yeah, I have no opinion on Grand Megas because I thought we were listening to Fit for an Autopsy.
Hey,
I kind of
missed it.
But yeah, I do like Grand Megas. I have a few of their records. That's their 2014 release. Third Songs is 2016, I believe. And then I'm not sure if this is their last one. I think this could be our last one before the new one. Is it Wolf God? And I really like Grand Megas. I haven't heard the new stuff. I didn't know there was new stuff out. I definitely wouldn't put them, if I was shelving all my Doom stuff together, I wouldn't have them near it really at all. None of those, definitely not. That's just more traditional heavy metal for me. There is the odd slow doomy little pieces in them, but I would never consider them Doom. Not those albums, anyhow. But but I really, really like them. Good, solid, traditional heavy metal band once again. But can I do Fit for an Autopsy?
No.
Sure.
So I didn't listen to it. Go on. Mate.
First introduction to the band. I wasn't sure. I listened to it a couple of times to try to see if I could get into it. Started off all right, the song. I don't know if he's heard it. He's probably didn't listen to it. Trevor has, obviously.
I did.
It started off okay. I'm not really into deathcore. There was even a bit of mathcore in there with this kind of fucking hammer on shit, like weird fucking techie shit. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I don't know what their other stuff is like. It's not bad, but I couldn't see myself buying anything of theirs to listen to. The change from the one vocal to the next vocal is it happens in death metal as well. There's the screechy shit along with the growly stuff, but yeah, there's kind of a very melodic kind of passage in there with clean vocals. It sound a bit like In Flames or something like that. And that's not my genre. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but no, first impressions of Fit for an Autopsy weren't good. Maybe if you had a better video with a playground or something, but yeah. No, in all serious though, it's not my cup of tea. I really tried. I listened to it 3 or 4 times, but it didn't click. I don't think I'd listen to it. It has heaviness, all right, but I'm not sure. It's just, I do like progressive music that chops and changes and styles and stuff, but whatever way this is done, it's not my cup of tea, deathcore. Yeah. It's not for me. Like, if you listen to it, fine, but it's not my cup of tea.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What are we rolling into next, Josh?
Well, I did listen to that Fit for an Autopsy song as well. Just to listen to it because I thought, you know what? Because I remember I did actually listen to a couple of songs a few years ago, but then I kind of just, you know, when you just listen to a couple of songs by a band and then you just leave them and forget about them. You know, that kind of happened to me with that band. And, you know, I kind of just never went back to them. And I thought, you know what, they got a new single, let's give it a go. And I really, really liked it. It had that, you know, it kind of started off as like a more death metal-y kind of sounding. And then it went into the deathcore bit, which was cool. And then, yeah, it had a little bit like a melodic death metal-y kind of, you know, more melodic kind of section towards the end of the track. I really liked it. If you had have gone with that pick instead of the other one, then that probably would have been my favorite of all the picks. But,
yeah, you core kids and you fucking core kids and all.
Yeah, I know. Well,
so do you actually like it, Trev? So I was going to say, do you like the Fit for an Autopsy then, Trev, or not? Were you just going to slag it?
I listened to about half of it, and I was just kind of farting around online, and I saw that Grand Magus was they put out a single. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm bailing over to Grand Magus where I'm going to be a little bit fucking happier and less fucking. You know, I make decisions, boys, and then I fucking regret them instantly, and then I change my mind so quicker than you guys probably change your fucking underwear. But again, you guys know how pathetic I am and how I work. So it's just, you know, typical me shit. But no, I was like, oh, geez, why would I have ever picked this fucking song? Good Lord.
I'm glad I didn't listen to it. It sounds fucking horrible, to be honest. The sound of it really does. I'm a bit too old for that sort of shit. So yeah, as you say, I presume they've got all the two different vocalists and all that sort of stuff. Is it all? Have they got like sort of? Is it single vocalists or dual vocals or?
I think it might be one vocalist. Is it?
I think it is just the one vocalist, but he does the sing screamy kind of thing, which is fine if that's what you're into, Josh. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I find that style very forgettable. You know what I mean? It's just you have to click with it or you don't. Josh obviously likes that stuff. He grew up listening on it. It was never something that I listened to ever. Like, so I don't like it, don't appreciate it. So that's nothing wrong with it, but you know.
Exactly.
That's fair enough. Probably just it's just an age thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Dream Evil. An age thing.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
So are we saying that I got the best song then? Was it because of the video?
Well, I guess if you're a glutton for punishment, then yeah, sure.
No, I'm not either.
Guys, who were they assigned to?
What was that, Anthony?
Did y'all pick these singles or were they assigned to you? Is this
No, we just picked them.
Or
No,
just-
these are
just
just
like-
ones. Yeah, ones we picked.
all right.
If it had been 3 days ago, I would have picked the new Opeth single, but
Right.
Yeah. They brought the.
Which is very good. Have we all heard the new Opeth single?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great.
It.
Do we like it?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the next record. Well,
So,
when it comes out on the
It
11th.
does seem to have gone back. That was there almost some growls in there as well.
Yep.
Has
definitely
Mr.
some growls in
Ackerfeld
there.
now decided that he can growl again by the sounds of it? It
Yeah,
sounded
but
good. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'll probably get the new album. I think I only bought the last one on CD when it came cheap, and I've listened to it maybe twice. So,
Yeah.
but the new one sounded really good. So I'll certainly check it out.
Did you see the pre-order price, John, on Amazon for it?
I didn't. Is it about £1 million or something?
It's 85 quid.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Looking out today, it's 85 quid pre-order on Amazon. Can you believe that shit?
That's outdoing Metallica with their
No.
43 quid or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Fuck,
check it
right.
out. Swear to God. It's 85 euros on Amazon.
Oh, I'll be getting that on fucking CD as well then.
No, I'll definitely be getting the vinyl of it. I just
Oh my
need to
god.
sell my Dream Evil stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go check it out in my neck of the woods because where everything is triple the fucking price.
What is it?
Opeth.
600 moose chips.
Listen, those things are tasty if you do them right. See, here's the thing. Everybody says, "Oh, well, fucking, it's all nice and warm down here, or it's all nice and warm here, or fucking, there's not hardly any snow." Well, I live where the air hurts my face for a fucking reason, so I don't have to worry about weird looking fucking critters that could bite me, that could bite my face at any point in fucking time. Okay. So,
What's the name
last
of
will
the
and
album?
testament.
What's the name of the new album?
The last will and testament.
Oh.
Okay, well, I don't have a price on here, not even for pre-order, that I see, anyways.
They've never heard of Canada Opeth.
Listen, you.
You may-
Remember, we have some of the greatest fucking bands up here. You guys are known for Michael Flatley.
Who told you that?
Huh?
Who told you y'all had bands in Canada? Somebody's lying to you, man.
He says fucking Gorguts. there are death up here. We don't have many, but we have a couple.
Yes, you do.
Listen, just because you live in the fucking land of death metal, terror. I don't know, like, where the fuck is... I don't know why it's not popping up. Oh, well. 85 fucking quid.
It's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Like, why?
Is that not a bloody box set or something, Marty? Is that just a standard vinyl?
I think it's standard.
Fucking hell. That's mental.
I mean, now.
If I had my phone, I'd check it again, but I can't because user on it.
Christ, they have fucking Blackwater Park, the 20th anniversary edition for fucking 53 Canadian dollars.
Word it. Listen to today.
It's probably like $20 for you guys over yonder. I don't even have a listing anywhere at all here at all. No, nothing.
What have I done?
Take that deathcore filter off.
Fucking shite.
He's not believe me.
Oh no, I believe you. I just wanted to see how fucking goofy it was going to be over here.
I found it.
Yeah.
It's is this it? Oh, this might not show it. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
68 pounds.
Yeah, that's about 84 euros.
Ugh.
Let me know.
I've ordered 2.
Order 2, yeah. Fucking money bags.
Have I fuck?
Put you in the fucking poorhouse, wouldn't it? Yeah, I can't find it at all here. This is fucking weird. Fucking Canada. Oh well, what do you do?
All right, let's not turn it into a pet show. Well, let's.
Right?
Yeah. Do we have another topic then, or what?
Oh, of course we do. Josh has got to figure it out.
Yeah, we've got topics. Is there anything that anyone's been like spinning recently, or any recent pickups?
Not really.
Marty's got a
No.
big stack of them there. Haven't you, Marty?
I'm just moving me food. I'll just show you a few things I picked up recently. The first Summerlands album, remember that came out? The last one came out, Dream something, 2 years ago.
Yep.
This is the debut album. Members of Eternal. Oh fuck! I can't remember the name of the band now. They're in the heavy metal section. Do you remember the album's called Raven and Iron? Eternal Champion.
Yes.
I think the singer from Eternal Champion. So that's pretty good. Just a good bit of heavy metal. Finally picked up the latest from Vulture. This is Sentinels. Yeah. Don't know what it's out on. This is their fourth album. So I now have their last, including this one, 3 of them. Haven't got the first one. Just class speed, kind of 80s sounding speed metal from Germany. Speedy thrash metal. Excellent stuff. This one I showed in my last death metal collection that I'm sure you all watched. Leave a link below.
Of course we did.
Blood Red Throne. I can't believe this came out in January. I think Mark showed it on his latest CD update, Mark G. Didn't realize this came out in January, but they're absolutely fantastic band from Norway. Quality death metal. This is just pure riff heaven. It's fucking amazing. It's going to be on the end of the year list for me and you personally for sure. Picked up this trash album by a band called Eternal Evil, The Gates Beyond Morality. I think, did I say they're Swedish? I think they're Swedish young guys. Pretty good album. I think it's their second or third album. Very much in the vein of maybe Destruction, Sodom especially. That sort of angry trash, if you know what I mean. Doesn't sound American, it sounds more European, obviously, because they're Swedish. But that's all I picked. Well, not all I picked up, but that's all I'm going to show you because I want stuff for videos. What I'm listening to a lot at the moment is Irish band 10 Ton Slug. Trevor, I don't know if you know these, but you would love these.
Holy fuck.
They're sludgy, heavy fucking Irish band. They are playing at the festival that I've organised in my hometown now at Halloween. So
You did?
having their massive boost for us. It's going to be fucking bananas. It's going to be packed. So this is their new album, Colossal Oppressor. They just got the vinyls of it today, so I've just ordered the vinyls. So that's that. Nearly done. That's just one of their EPs, Blood and Slime, 3-track EP, but heavy as fuck, man. They're going to blow Cavan out of it. It's going to be an amazing gig. They're actually from Galway in Ireland. One of the members is from Cavan, the county that I live in here as well. So, and I'm also listening to the latest album by The Crawling, Death Doom from Northern Ireland. All of this for nothing. And I've managed to get these boys to play in Cavan as well, which is a fucking massive score for us.
Second album, that isn't it? It's a wonderful album.
Yeah, fantastic. So I don't know. That's a little picture that Jason sent me. Jason from Black Letter Eyes did a little note. He's a hell of an artist, as you've probably seen some of his artwork and some albums. But yeah, great.
Yeah,
he
sent.
For us
Jason sent me that as well.
Hey.
Jason sent me a copy of that as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I caught that. But for us to get The Crawling and 10 Ton Slug is amazing. I don't know how we're going to fucking top it next year. We're going to have to go overseas to get some bands to play. But yeah, this charity event we run every year in Cavan. We had our first metal night in June gone by. There was about 300 people at it. It was fucking savage. So Halloween, we've about 9 bands playing at Halloween. But yeah, these two boys are just amazing for us to get them. So happy days. And that's me at the moment. The rest I'll show you some videos.
Fucking right,
Pick
man.
up the big screen.
That oh my god, man. That 10 Ton Slug is, as soon as I saw the album cover and I'm like, that looks like an Adam Burke album cover. This is gonna be good. Yeah. I don't think I really haven't recovered from that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've got them booked to play a little fucking festival. Can you fly me over?
This is their debut CD, like their debut full album. They have a couple of EPs out, but they're heavy, sludgy as balls, man. They're fucking amazing. You loved them, I swear to God, man. Colossal Oppressor. Check it out, Trev. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I did. Oh, I
you
did. Like fucking for like a week straight. You probably didn't notice, but I was like half licking my screen when you put the album cover. I was like,
I watched the
fuck.
But yeah.
Josh won't like it because it's too fucking miserable and sexy sounding.
Just fucking head going all the time, man. Awesome.
Do you want me to show some stuff I've been listening to?
I haven't bought anything. I don't have the fucking money. I'm sending my kid to Disney here in December.
Do you want me to show what I've been listening to while we're here?
Fire away, Johnny.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Right. So there's some varied stuff. I've been listening to this last week, which is Killing Joke with Pandemonium.
Very nice.
I don't know if you know. This is just wonderful. Killing Joke UK post-punk industrial, I guess you could call them. Wonderful stuff. Really good. Nice. Chuffed to pick that up on vinyl. Talking of goth, I've been listening to Sisters of Mercy Greatest Hits. Slight Case of Overbombing. Wonderful stuff. Some great tracks on there. Little bit of The Almighty, Bloodfire Love, UK heavy metal, I guess you'd call them. Nicky Wallach there is the guy who's in Black Star Riders, which I think he was also sang with Thin Lizzy for a bit after Phil Lynott passed. I've been listening to some Gillan.
Nice.
Ian Gillan, obviously singer with Deep Purple, was back in the day and back is now. Some of his solo stuff. This is, I think, the last solo album he brought out, which is called Magic, and it is. I've also been listening to Double Trouble by Gillan. It's one of these. Sorry about that. It's a double album. One album's new studio stuff, the other stuff's live. It's really good. It's got the live stuff. It's got like No Laughing in Heaven, No Easy Way, Trouble, New Orleans, If You Believe in Me, and Mutually Assured Destruction, which is fucking great.
Nice story, Teleturnies Digest.
Listening to The Nephilim by Fields of the Nephilim as well, an absolute goth classic. Second album by these boys, almost death doomy. The McCoy's vocals are just absolutely stunning, really good stuff. It's very, there's quite a lot of feedback and that on it. It is slow and, as I said, doomy, but very gothic-y. They used to wear like duster coats and sort of cowboy hats and all that sort of stuff. I saw them on stage in a very small club when they first came out, and there was so much dry ice I didn't see them at all. It was just fucking dry ice and hats for the whole of the show. Fucking marvelous. Surprisingly, I've been listening to some black metal. This I haven't shown it on my channel yet, but this is fucking wonderful. Some French black metal, melodic black metal. This is Seth. I don't know if you can see the cover properly.
No. Almost looks like Voivod sort of logo, doesn't it?
Yeah, nice and shiny with a.
Just like my head.
So that's the band there, looking very French and black metal-y.
Very French, yes.
I saw these a couple of years ago at UK Death Fest. The first band on, it blew me away. Absolutely brilliant. I've got a nice big poster with it. Just same something. But you know, as you can. As I said, they're very melodic. This is a limited edition one. This is number 51. I can't remember. There's maybe 100 of them. It came with like this parchment thing.
Okay.
And all the signatures and that, which is quite cool. That's what does it say on there? What it's limited to? Oh, strictly limited to 200 copies worldwide. It's on everybody's not favourite coloured vinyl. It's on clear, but you can't have everything. Music is wonderful. As I said, it's very melodic. It's got the keyboards in it. It's fast, it's furious, it's nasty as well. A little bit like Winterfell, to be honest. I've been listening to this a lot. Yeah, Seth are wonderful. They're just really good live. Been listening to, this came this week, so I've only given it a couple of listens. This is Kavana, Krvna. This is from Australia. Mattock's Deep Shadows was showing this not so long ago. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Got it from Brilliant Emperor. That's it. Stuff. This is just some wonderful. He was a guitarist in some other band, which I can't fucking remember because I haven't done any research. Lazy bastard. That's the dude. But yeah, it's an Australian black metal. It's fast, it's furious, and it's on sort of marbled vinyl. I think it's kind of green. Obviously, it's getting darker here, so it's I might put the lights on so you can see it. So I'll try putting the lights on. Hang on a minute.
Don't hurt yourself, for God's sake.
How's that? Is that any better?
There you go.
There we are. It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's quite nice marble. Oh, so if I stand there, the spotlights. But yeah, so that's what. I'll tell you what I've also been listening to, because I did the live stream with Dave and Matt last week or whenever it was. Week before, can't fucking remember because I'm old. We did an autopsy ranking, so I've been listening to the demos. Critical Madness, the demo years.
That looks glorious.
Which is very cool. Talking of which, as you might see, a Nihilist shirt there. Picked up the demos. This is obviously the guys that what Entombed were called before they became Entombed. So this is great. Been after the demos for a while. From vinyl, which is great. Swedish HM2 infused death metal, and last but by no means least, some Doom. We're doomed. My Silent Wake with Lost in Memories, Lost in Grief.
Mm-hmm.
This is wonderful UK sort of Doom. A little bit like, you know, your sort of Peaceville 3, Paradise Losters and all that sort of stuff, and Anathema and all them kind of thing. It's really good. This came out this year. This is another clear shit, but this is excellent. The keyboardist is a guy called what's fucking name? Simon Bibby. He's did a solo album. What the fuck were they called? Thy Listless Heart. That was it, which was an absolutely wonderful album. So yeah, he does the cleans on this. It's a duel. They do have two singers. One guy does the gruff death metal vocals, and he does the cleans on it. It's really good. There's a track called Lavender Garden on here. If you want to check out as a single, really, really good. If you like your Doom, that'll do me. I'll shut up now. Thank you for listening.
Mac, there's your autopsy album, John. Just in case you.
Oh, lovely, mate.
Yes, sir.
I'll get it out to you this week.
Thank you, dude. You're the legend.
I know. And there's your
What can you do?
Great album, John. You're Gillen Magic. What a great album.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's good
Yannick
stuff.
Jarvis from Iron Maiden.
That's him. Yeah. Well, I think he was the earlier ones. Bernie Tormey was the guitarist.
Yes.
Who I'm a big fan of. Bernie Tormey.
Which one? That one.
Is that Mr. Universe? Is it?
Trouble.
Double. Right.
Killing Family.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Profile. Don't know.
Cool.
These belong to me, brother. Still have them. I know Magic. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Anthony, what have you been listening to?
Oh man, I've been doing some stuff trying to get some things together for Simon's video, Goats and Blood.
Oh
Same
yeah.
here. Holy fuck.
I was listening to the one while I was getting ready for this that hits both Writhing Shadows. There's Blood and Goats.
Oh, nice.
Alabama death metal, and I couldn't help to think of this when y'all were talking about the playground and the band, all that good stuff. If you go to a death metal show down here and in one of these small clubs, I went and seen Writhing Shadows. They're from Birmingham, Alabama, by the way. This is what you'll find. You won't find playgrounds with guys running around in tights and stuff. This is what we do at shows down here. Check that out. Is that some liner notes or what?
Nice.
Goats and Blood. You gotta love that. Writhing Shadows. This one, I got this one because it's got the debut demo on it, which is hard to find. This is actually a comp. And while I was getting ready, I'll show you one more. I was listening to Father Be Fouled, Atlanta, Georgia, death metal. If you like Incantation, this is a Justin Stubbs project. You might know from other bands of his like Occult or Incoffination or Investment. This is Justin right here. Used to have a YouTube channel. He used to post quite a bit of stuff. This was their 2017 release. I've been wanting it on vinyl. It was out on dark print, but it's been out of print for quite a while. And Justin posted on his not Facebook, on his Bandcamp page the other day. He found a few copies, and I was fortunate enough to grab one. But great stuff, Father Be Fouled. The name of this one's Desolate Gods. If you like Incantation, this will scratch that itch every time, man. It's just great stuff. And one more, I was listening to some more death metal. Be surprised about that. This is French death metal. Redefining Darkness actually had a sale the other day. CDs and tapes were like $5 and vinyl was $10. And I'd been wanting this one. I think I actually got it on tape. But this is stuff. Blood Red Tentacle is the name of this one. Released back in 2022. Check out that art. A guy named John Whiplash did that art. If you're into heavy metal, if you're into new wave of British heavy metal, if you're into that kind of sound, crossed up with some thrash, but it's got that death metal edge in it with the harsh vocals. This is just great stuff. A riff fest here, and I'm thinking 4-piece out of France. Unbelievably good. Comes with a poster. No, I don't know if that's a common thing for Redefining Darkness or not, but $10, man, you can't beat it. I would have paid 3 times that to get a copy on vinyl, but that's what I was listening to when I was getting ready to do this thing. I've got a stack over here for Mr. Simon's video, all goats and all blood. This one actually has goats and blood, and looks like an AR-15, so you can't go wrong with that. And I'll go to any playground that she's going down the slide. You know what I mean?
I agree, sir. Wholeheartedly.
Good stuff. Death metal.
Dude, I saw that Redefining Darkness post about that sale.
Yeah.
I was immensely sad because I knew for a fact I kept thinking, you know what? I'm going to go on there and I'm going to click on a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it in a cart and I'm going to see the conversion rate and then I'm going to see the shipping and my heart's just going to fucking sink.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, CDs were $10. I mean, excuse me, vinyl was $10. CDs were like $5. I mean, and not Kohl's, man. Some good stuff. I picked up a few blind buys just by the cover, but good stuff, man, at a good price.
Yeah. Can't say as I blame you.
Rare that happens, but when it does, for one time I had a few coins set to the side and went ahead and got some stuff. But I was glad to get this Father Be Fouled. Give those guys a listen if you're an incantation fan. Father Be Fouled will scratch that itch, man. Justin Stubbs is a talented guy, man. He does the vocals, the guitars on this. Got another guitarist as well, but he's got his hands in a lot of things musically. He does a lot of producing, not music, but the album art and all that, putting everything together. I forget what the word.
I did.
Yeah, but check him out if you haven't. He's prolific in his music, and it's all heavy and thick and down-tuned guttural vocals. If you're into that kind of stuff, he's your man.
I've heard the name Anthony, but I've never knew what style they were. So I said I do like my incantation, so I'll check him out, dude. Nice one.
That's it.
Jesus.
I thought it was quite funny. Simon said that he's added your name to the hat.
Yeah, up here I just did the video. Got a lot more blood than I got goats, but
You don't have to do the video now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You've just done your contest entry now.
Do you want to do yours, Trev? Do you want to do yours now, Trev?
Fuck. The thing is, I haven't even fucking looked. I know I've got one for sure. I'm gonna dig the fucking thing. Where the hell did I put it? That's another story. Oh, come on, Exodus. Where the fuck are you?
Please be fit for enough.
But bonded by blood, by any chance?
Got it. I just gotta find it. I don't know what I did with it. No. I mean, it wouldn't be a live stream if I wasn't completely fucking prepared, huh? What a mess.
While we're waiting for Trev, let's have a close up of Anthony and his doggy. That'll get the views in. That'll get the views in. We'll get millions now.
Yeah, because nobody wants to pay attention to us.
French bulldog. Absolute terror.
What's her name?
Her name's Noonie.
Noonie.
Yeah.
Speaking of Noonies, what the fuck's Trevor doing?
My wife.
Nothing. Nothing, Marty. I'm fucking soul searching, you fucking Irish bastard. Fuck, we might as well move on to the next goddamn topic, because by the time I find this fucking thing, it'll be fucking Christmas.
Feet Under album.
What?
Wee!
Oh, Barnes! Fucking twat. Jesus Christ. I haven't done that in a while.
Actually, it's pretty good, man.
Huh?
Actually, the new 6 Feet Under is pretty good.
If you like it just for the music, yeah, because I can barely hear Chris. Oh, but Chris is better. He gave up smoking dope. It's like, did you mix them down on purposely or what? I don't know. Musically, it's good. I'll say that. It's a far cry from Nightmares of the Decomposed. That's for fucking sure. Yeah, I don't know what I do with these things, but whatever.
I could do a couple of things while you're looking for it, Trev. Oh, he's found it.
See, I'm digging for the fucking thing, and it's sitting on top of my record player because I'm a fucking classic idiot. But I mean, if it wouldn't be me if I didn't do something stupid, right? Yeah. I mean, this is probably one of my. This is pretty much my favorite Exodus record. I know it's blasphemy because it's not fucking Bonded by Blood, but again, I'm not a big fan of Paul Bailoff's vocals. Energy and live shows, yeah, great, but this is a whole lot of ass kicking right here.
Has that got Salt the Wound on it?
Sure does, with old Mr. Wah Pedal himself.
Yeah, Kirk does a solo in that.
Yeah, and it sounds good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Body Harvest is probably one of my favorite. Of the newer Exodus stuff. That song just fucking absolutely rips. Title track is killer. Collateral Damage rips. Wrapped in the Arms of Rage. Honor Killings. Yeah, this fucking record is kick ass.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that it definitely is. I'm sure there's more blood and gore and guts and fucking. I don't know if I have anything with goats on it. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
No Slayer albums.
Well, I mean, yes, but then I have to start looking again. What's the fucking point of me sitting here with you, all you guys seeing my fat ass digging for records? That'd be kind of a waste. So, Josh, how far are we getting into these fucking topic thing? Is we're about an hour and a half in, and we're all just
We're an hour and a half in, and yeah, we've hardly done anything really. No, we've just been having a good old chat about stuff.
And people are still fucking watching.
Yeah, people are still here, which is bad. Although to be fair, I don't think the other topics are actually going to take that long to get through. I don't think.
There's probably one or two of them will, I think.
Yeah, possibly. Well, I can very, very, very quickly go through stuff that I've been listening to.
They all come from Simon.
Very.
Did they all
No,
come from
not
Simon?
all of it.
Not all of it, of course.
No, not all of it. No, there's a couple of things. Well, there's one thing that I got from Dylan, and that's that. I got the last one from Dylan.
Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it?
So yeah, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Kind of reminded me a little bit of like Bolt Thrower, but with a HM2 kind of sound. Yeah,
that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. I also picked up this because I saw it cheap. The Voivod box set.
Nice.
There you go.
Excellent stuff.
It's got 3 of the early albums in it. I've been making my way through those.
Dimension Hatros, Killing Technology, and what? It should be Nothing Face, right?
No,
it's got
there's
the
live
one.
on.
It's got where is it?
Ugh.
There's a live.
Oh, that's yeah.
Roar.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That one or Killing Technology is probably my favorite one.
Canadian. Just saying.
Yeah. Canadian metal.
Is that where they're from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From fucking Montreal. Only one of the fucking greatest of all bands that we have here.
And then a couple of other things I've been listening to. Pestilence, which is pretty cool. This album, it's a newer one of theirs.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. That was like the first thing I ever heard of them, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then I listened to that. No one's really going to give a shit about it, though.
Good God. I
cool.
saw them. I saw them live. I saw them live opening for Guar and then Lamb of God, and I didn't get it at all. Did not. I'm like, what in the fuck is it? I mean, it sounded killer in terms of like it was heavy and shit, but I'm like, what in the absolute fuck is that? Okay.
That's fair enough.
It was something. It was something. I'm not gonna lie.
But you had no objections when Guar come on?
Well, as soon as Guar come on, it was fucking go time. Party time. Let's go. It's fucking Guar, man. It's Dave Brocky and, well, rest in peace, Dave, but that was a lot of entertainment.
Yeah. That's fair enough. And then a couple of other things I've been listening to, a little bit of Marty Friedman, and a little bit of Unto Others as well, because I can't stop listening to them now. Trivium, for the Trivium ranking next week, I listened to over half their discography in a matter of like a couple of days. So yeah, I'm getting through those. And the last thing, recently as well, I've since they played last week at the Olympics, those. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell you
Good.
what.
Good boy.
I'll just say this briefly. Yeah. Since when Fortitude come out, and I kind of was a bit disappointed with that. I kind of went off them. But then when they played that Olympics show, it kind of got me right back into them again. And I've been listening to some of their earlier albums. Yesterday I listened to the first two Gojira albums. And I've been listening to this one as well. Le Front Sauvage. Yeah.
What did everybody think of that, anyways? Because I'm sure by now we've all seen the clips and the videos of their performance at in France. Oh, puppy dog. Puppy dog.
I didn't watch it. To
No?
be honest, I've not watched it. I've never really gelled with Gojira. I've never bought anything by them. And I'm just not bothered, to be honest. And I know people have said it sounds quite good, but I'm sure I'd probably like them. It's just a band that kind of passed me by, and I've just not got down to watching it. Been doing too much other shit, and I've not watched any of the Olympics anyway. I don't, but I'm not really a fan of athletics and all that sort of shit, so I didn't bother with it, and I've just not seen it. It's not popped up on a feed or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't.
I bought these two albums and I quite like which one? This one at first, and this one. They're currently sitting in a crate here of stuff that I'm potentially getting rid of. And when I listened to the Olympic thing the other night, it just fortified my thinking of the band. I don't like them. I don't like their style. I think it's just very, very industrial fucking sounding shite. I just don't like it. Honestly, I don't get what they are. I think they're a one trick pony. All their stuff sounds the same. Like apart from a few fucking kind of jungle beats or tribal beats on this one, it's just the same shit. Like what genre metal are these?
To properly fucking describe them, I mean, some people will say like a lot of the older records were like more of a progressive sort of technical death metal of sorts. The newer stuff, the stuff that you have, Marty, that's a different story. They're in there. We're gonna do what Metallica did and kind of move into sort of the just hit hard, but don't make it thrashy in any way, sense, or shape, or form. But the vocals are still growly, and there's a little bit of singing in there. But yeah,
they sound very safe. I mean, there's nothing wrong with safe, but they just sound very, we can do this. This is all we're gonna do. Boring shit, like.
I agree.
But I don't get it. To me, it always reminds me of Scuzz TV. Put on Scuzz TV, and there you get Gojira. Like, I don't know if you know what Scuzz TV over across the water is, but it's very, very commercial metal, which is not a bad thing, but you know what I mean. It's just not for me. And when I seen the Olympic thing, looked cool and everything, but it just sounded what. You know what I mean? What they're doing for heavy metal the other night. Like, what are they doing for heavy metal? I didn't think they were doing fuck all. Like, do you know what I mean?
How do I put this?
How
many other bands have managed to get on that big of a stage when every time a lot of us headbangers turn around, we're like, why can't we have this? Why can't we have this band opening this? Why can't we have this band doing this? Why can't we have this band doing that? fucking everybody, and as soon as they did that, everybody goes, "Oh, so Metallica can play the Super Bowl." Well, no, Metallica's never playing the fucking Super Bowl because they've already told the Super Bowl to go fuck themselves because they're told to play unplugged, and you can't sing, you have to lip sync. The thing about the Olympics is outside of the sports side of things, which I really don't care about, the fact that they were allowed to do what they were allowed to do, play live, be basically suspended on this fucking building, pound away at what they do, whether we like them, whether you like them or not. No other fucking band in history, in terms of metal, has ever done that. And to me, that's the main reason why I liked it. The last two records, I mean, I liked Magma. It kind of hit me at a certain time where I was sort of appreciative of. Fortitude it's not bad. I like fucking L'Enfant Sauvage and The Way of All Flesh and From Mars to Sirius far more because it's got that sort of robotic industrial sort of thing. Because to me, it's Fear Factory. That's what I get, and I'm a big Fear Factory fan. So that's what they did for metal. And again, whether you like them or not, you don't have to fucking like shit. But no other fucking metal band's going to get that sort of fucking, that level of footage ever. And people are like, fuck, did you know who Gojira were? I'm like, fuck yeah, they've been out since like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, they had an opera singer because they sang an old French Revolution song, but it was Marie Antoinette's fucking beheaded head on there, which they get called Satan. They were classified as Satanists, which really made me fucking absolutely laugh my head off because, the pearl collectors and shit. Other than that, that's really what they did, is they just experienced a billion people to fucking what is Gojira. It's not just some magical fucking dinosaur that the Japanese don't like. Yeah, that's pretty much what Dan said is exactly what it is. Voivod with a bit of Neurosis and fucking some Fear Factory. So that's pretty much it. Trust me, you're never going to see fucking Immortal on any big fucking grand stage, although that would absolutely be cool. Won't lie, That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, exactly that. It's like they're probably one of the most like mainstream metal bands that could probably get away with playing an event like that, and it would work, and people would be like, you know what, that sounded pretty cool. And I can just think of it in a way like, if people that have never listened to metal before, they watch that performance and they go, that's all right, I might give other metal bands a go, might get more people into metal. And that's what I was thinking when I was watching it, because it wasn't like they were playing like some crazy death metal or anything. They were just doing their kind of groovy thing. And, it worked with the opera singer. I felt it really worked. They molded a real cool piece of, music. And yeah, it was just really cool. And yeah, as I said earlier, it kind of got me back interested in the band again and wanted, it made me want to go and listen to their earlier music, because I've never actually listened to their debut album before. And, I listened to it. I thought it was really, really good. Probably the most death metal they've ever sounded really on that debut album. But yeah, it's fair enough. People are not into them, but yeah, I think just as a whole for metal music, I think it's a good thing that they were able to play, really.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the main sort of thought process behind the whole thing. And they're from France, so fucking 2 stars for France, basically. But yeah. Well, as long as it's not fucking Tony Dolan. Fucking hell. Yes. Yeah, because if they didn't have a bat at the fucking Olympics for Norway, I would be very disappointed. top of a mountain without
Yeah.
safety measures.
Although surely Norway would do the Winter Olympics because it's always snowy there.
No, they'll do the Summer Olympics. Just
Then
to
it would
confuse
make
everybody.
sense to get all the black metal bands on. Right.
Josh, I know you're
Okay.
an Angel fan. You know that they re-released Ultraviolence.
Oh,
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I'm not sure if it's an official reissue, but I know it's hard to get. So if you guys want one, now's the time.
What did I miss?
That's cool. Yeah, I don't.
is it like a remaster,
Yeah.
Anthony, or is it
I don't
just?
know if it's a remaster or not. And I don't know where you would get it overseas. I know Hell's Headbangers has got it here. NWA's got it here. NWN, not NWA. And Nuclear War Now's got it here. But
I got excited for a second when you said NWA.
yeah, no, not NWA.
No, not the band. I mean the wrestling thing.
Yeah. But it's been hard to get. It's very hard to get. So if you're interested in getting a vinyl copy, now would be the time.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't own the first two Death Angel albums physically. I have seen that you can get a nice CD box set, and it's got the first two albums in it, and it's got a live album in it, and I think it's got demos in it. Which is
Is that
pretty
the
cool.
live scars? Is it?
I can't remember what the live album is, but it's a live album that they did way back in the day. I'm not sure if it's an official release or anything, but I think it's called The Enigma Years or something, and it's got the first two albums in it and a live album, some demos. Yeah. Might pick that up. Might get that at some point. But yeah, shall we move on
Sure.
to the next
Yep.
thing? I think this might have been something that Trevor come up with. I think I can't quite remember. Underrated musicians.
Yeah.
Now I don't know whether we're gonna do it like whether people have got like certain like musicians in terms of like drummers, bass guitarists, and stuff like that, or just underrated, just any old random.
Just as a whole. You know.
Okay. How many have people got?
I've got a couple. But I mean, if you guys all want to go ahead first and just make our way around the fucking loop.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
I can do the loop.
Oh, probably do. Two. I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah, 2, 3, or 4 each. I think that would be pretty cool.
You do 3 or 4, Marty?
Yeah. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
You
backwards.
want,
Yeah. I found this one not tough per se, but I think we done something similar before. I think on one of our streams. So and I find if you're picking an underrated musician, it's or underappreciated musician, you're tending going to go for bands that you listen to. Like I could have picked a drummer from a death metal band you just haven't heard, and it'd be pretty fucking pointless then because you won't know who the fuck I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah. So this is kind of tricky enough. And if you pick someone that's well known, are they really underappreciated because they're in a big fucking high profile band? So you can't really say they're underappreciated. Like, so very topical at the moment. The new Opeth came out. So I picked a bass player from Opeth, Martin Mendez. Now I'm sure a lot of you know Martin Mendez that know Opeth. If you don't know Opeth, you might know his solo project. was going to call them the White Stripes. Jesus fucking, is that more Canadian? White Stones. So this is Martin Mendez's other project, progressive death metal project from, where is he from? Is he from Brazil or he's South American anyhow?
Yeah, I think so.
Argentinian or Chilean or Peruvian. I think I just named half of South America. Yeah, but Martin Mendez, if you don't know him, if you're in the bass or in the guitar, he's a fucking animal, as you can hear on all the Opeth stuff and that White Stone stuff. Very progressive bass player. He's just so fucking technical. He's one of those bass players that's just not part of the rhythm section, that's keeping the shit going with the drums. He's fucking all over the place. He's not Steve DiGiorgio being everywhere, but he's such an amazing bass player, and he brings so much to Opeth and this band as well. I'm sure if you did a top 10 metal bass players, you're going to have all the usual suspects like Steve Harris and all, and rightly so, because they are the top guys, the Burtons, the whole shebang. But it's guys like these that are playing in, well, not say smaller bands like Opeth, but smaller bands like White Stones that need a bit more recognition. Wouldn't say he's underrated, but maybe underappreciated. But Martin Mendez, if you listen to anything of Opeth, just focus in on the bass, and fuck me, the guy is incredible. So yeah, I just thought, seeing as Opeth are topical at the moment, let's talk about the brilliant Martin Mendez. Got nice short hair now. He used to have the coolest fucking hair everywhere. Don't know how he's seen. It was all over his face when he was playing. It was just insane. But he's an insane bass player. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, first choice straight away. When I was listening to Opeth this week, I was going to show you a picture of him there, but he's not there. But yeah, that's him there. He normally dresses in black and wears black stuff on his face, so you can't see him. No. But yeah, Martin Mendez. Anybody fans of Opeth? They're a band that we don't talk about a lot on the VC. A lot of prog stuff we don't. Proggy metal, like.
Yeah.
Anybody fans of Opeth?
Earlier.
Yeah. I don't own everything by them, but I've got 5 albums, I think. Kind of. I said I only recently, well, so about 12 months ago, picked up the latest one. I kind of avoided it because I kind of tailed away with them, to be honest. But yeah, Blackwater Park is a fucking classic. Fair play. I do love that album. And what's the Hearst one? What's it called?
Your Arms Are Hearst? No.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's an excellent album as well.
Should have it here, innit?
Yeah. The only Opeth that I own is Ghost Reveries, and you can really tell that Martin's probably one of the most underrated bass players out there. I absolutely agree. He's very technical. He's very fluid. And it's not like he's playing anything overly technical, but it's not what he plays, it's how he plays it. It's he sort of has that Cliff Burton sort of feel, like he chooses all the correct notes and makes it sound as fucking amazing as you possibly can. So I dig that. Marty's just fucking going for it. Love it. I'm just happy that there's growls again.
Yeah, I didn't miss the growls. I thought the last couple of albums were brilliant. It's Opeth to do what they do. They don't give a fuck. Michael Ackerfeld is just a genius too. So yeah, fuck it. Like, bands progress. Fuck it. It's not Opeth fucking, 20 years ago. Like, so, but the growls are welcome back. They are, like, because he's one of the best death metal vocalists in the business. Bloodbath and that, like, so fucking brilliant. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
So,
what do we got next? Who's
Johnny? Put that way.
Oh, you're going to me, are you? Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the also a fucking bass player, and the bass player from Napalm Death,
Shane Embry.
Shane Embry, yeah. Nobody really sort of lauds him a lot. I just grabbed this as the first Napalm album I could find upstairs when I was looking for shit. I would have shown. I've got Shane Embry's book. That's him. Yeah, I bought his book, and it's very good. It's an excellent lead, and if you know him, he's got so many other side projects that he plays guitar and various other instruments as well. He's just a fucking talented guy and a really nice guy. I've met him a couple of times, and sort of got a cheeky selfie with him and stuff at the Cavalier the gig. Went to see what were they doing? It was not schizophrenia, the other two. They were
Morbid
Morbid
Doing,
Visions. Let's deal devastation, Morbid Visions.
yeah, they were doing that, and I saw Shane Embley in the bar, so I texted him and got a photo with him and shit. And he came on stage with the singer from some fucking grindcore band, and they all did a Napalm Death track, and it was fucking great. But yeah, no, Shane Embley, I find he's a really nice guy. He's very talented, and just very underrated, as far as I'm concerned. As you say, it's probably one that you wouldn't associate with him. That Napalm Death are not really a band that they've got a huge bass sound as such, because obviously I know obviously they've morphed a bit from the grindcore, but they're still sort of, as death metal goes, they're pretty fucking fast, to be honest. But as I said, Shane's got quite a few other bands, and he does. I know, I say, he plays guitar and stuff. But yeah, I go Shane Embley, because he's a legend as far as I'm concerned. So
agreed.
Yeah, I was going to pick him as well.
Yeah, whatever, Marty. Fuck off.
That's why the Napalm Death album was out.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah, I'm not sitting beside the end.
You're by the ends, aren't you? Yeah.
Anthony, do you have any?
I don't have any specifically by name, but I was thinking when I was listening to you guys talking, and when I was thinking about this underrated musicians, whether they're playing drums or guitars or vocalists. There's so many guys. I was just sitting here looking at on Metal Archives, trying to find the who's putting out that Death Angel album, and it's not showing it yet. But do you realize Andy Galeon was 10 years old when he joined Death Angel?
Yep.
And he did the drum
child.
That album, that debut album, he was 14 or 15 years old. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the Ultraviolence. And you know
None
what?
of it.
You know, I'm into this. I listen to all kinds of music, but most of the time, the reputation of being death metal only, because that's usually what I show on my channel. But I listen to all kinds of music, and what amazes me, especially with these underground death metal guys, I buy a lot of cassettes, and a lot of underground death metal bands, they have cassettes, and a lot of people don't realize when they have one of these underground labels, put out a cassette for them. Usually the way it works, if they make 100 cassettes, the band will get 10 or 15 maybe, and the label will get 85 or 90, and so they don't get a whole lot, but they travel around in these old raggedy vans, and they go to these shows 2 or 3 states away, and then they pour their life into it because they love it, not because they're making any money, and they do without. And some of those guys are excellent musicians.
Yeah.
But they don't ever get to the level of the guys that we would credit as being top tier, because life happens to them. They become fathers. They got to quit traveling and get a job. They got the pressure, for everybody to tell them to grow up, and they got to go forth and make life for themselves. So they don't get to the level that they truly have the ability to be. But man, it just does my heart good to go to a small club. When you look around, there's like 20 people in there, and you see some guys like 200 stab wounds come up on stage, man, and those guys are pouring their heart out, man, and they made it now. They finally got on a big label. But just as many for every one that gets on those bigger labels and finally makes it, there's so many of those bands with so many talented guys, they just have to quit and go to work. So I often wonder how many guys, are out there, working for average Joe jobs like I do every day, that have the talent to have been able to have been that guy if they would have just had the time and the opportunity to keep on pushing. man, like this guy, joined this band when he was 10 years old. And at 14 or 15, he recorded the Ultraviolence. Man, that just amazes me, the talent that some guys have. I can't even play the stereo, man. You know what I mean?
Jason.
I got to get my granddaughter to show me stereo where I can play it.
Right.
And pick up these instruments, man, and they just kill it. And it's just a pleasure to watch, man. And it's the reason why I buy this crazy stuff and why I collect this stuff. But just I'm in awe of the talent these guys have. Not I don't have anybody specific. If I had to pick a guitar player, I love Billy Gibbons, man. I've watched Billy Gibbons play live several times, man, and he just amazes me. ZZ Top band, they just amaze me. They're not death metal, they're not even metal, but I mean, just the talent in his hands, man. If you ever just watch him and listen to him talk when he's playing, it's just amazing to me. No matter what the genre is, I mean, just pick an instrument and watch some of these guys outside of the genre that's your favorite and watch them play guitar. It's amazing, man. It's just a gift, and some guys get to push it to the level where they get some success, and some guys only get to do it, in their bedrooms at home in front of their grandchildren or something. But the talent's still there.
Yep.
Well said.
Yeah, very well said.
Well said. Yeah.
Yeah. Right word. I don't know how to follow that up now.
Does anybody?
You don't.
Yeah, we could probably just leave it there.
Yeah.
Well, we've all got picks, don't we?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So my first one is probably for this. It's probably a bit more obvious, but I've always felt this guy's been a bit underrated and a little bit underappreciated. I'm going to go with Jason Newsted.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why is because I don't think he was fully appreciated when he was in Metallica. I think people started to appreciate him more when he was not in Metallica. And I think for that reason alone, I think that kind of made him a little bit underrated when he was in Metallica. Especially, I'm not talking like the Load era. I'm talking before that.
Mm-hmm.
When he come in after Cliff passed away, and there was a lot of pressure on him, and even Metallica themselves at the time always used to make him the butt of the joke. And obviously I wasn't there at the time, but I've obviously seen loads of clips and stuff from that time period, and you see him play live.
He was excellent live, because I saw Metallica on the Justice tour, and he was very good, to be fair.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He just put so much energy into it.
Yeah. Comparative to Rob and Cliff, he doesn't have the playing ability because he uses a fucking pick. But when it comes right down to it, anybody who can use a fucking pick, down pick at the exact same tenacity, endurance, strength, and fucking ferociousness that Hetfield does, which, happy birthday to the 61-year-old bastard, and has a better fucking backup vocal than most. I mean, I'll take him over the other two simply because of the energy and the vibe and the fucking just how fucking nuts he was. Playing wise, Cliff was better, but it's a completely different thing. I think Jason's very underrated in the bass world, that is. But that's me.
Yeah.
No,
I'm glad
I said he also played on one or two Voivod albums.
Correct.
Jason Newsted.
Massive fan of that band.
I said then admittedly not my favourite Voivod albums. I do own them all, but his playing's excellent on them. As I said, to take over from Blackie, obviously that's quite a quite a feat because he was that's one of the things with Voivod. They are excellent musicians, and to be honest, Chewy and what's the other guy, the new guy, absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
exactly what Rick said.
Jason's is a great bass player.
Yeah,
I mean that whole first record that Flotsam did, it's all his songwriting basically, except for maybe a couple of bits.
Yeah, you go back and listen to Doomsday for the Deceiver. The bass playing on it is fucking incredible. He was totally wasted with Metallica. The best thing he done with Metallica was the Garage Days EP.
Yep,
like that was the first thing with Metallica, and his first thing with Flots was amazing as well. Like if you watch the old footage of Flots live back in the Doomsday days, Jesus, he's fucking incredible bass player.
He's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, but he could fucking play it. Like, go back and listen to Doomsday and just listen to Jason. It's something else. It's fucking savage. Yeah.
Yep. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Totally wasted. Didn't get a chance with Metallica.
Good chat, Josh. Fair play.
Great choice. Yeah, great choice, bud.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pick one from these guys. From Suffocation. And I am going to say this guy here. Oh, Josh, you may have to make me big if I don't get my camera to fucking stop falling. Okay. Terrence fucking Hobbs. Without a doubt, is the most underrated death metal guitar player on the fucking planet. He's written some of the best fucking riffs. He's got amazing ability at writing songs. And I only hear of a few handfuls of people that talk about Terrence Hobbs from Suffocation. That dude's got riffs for fucking days. And I mean, just League of Inverosity. As soon as that comes in, everybody's face is basically blown the fuck up off their head. They don't have all, like, their whole discography isn't the fucking greatest. There's definitely a good chunk of records in there that are amazing. But when I hear some people talk about death metal, he's not one that people talk about. It's mostly your typical guys. Like your fucking Jack Owen or your fucking, I mean, Rob Barrett barely gets mentioned. Like, if it wasn't for Rob Barrett, Cannibal wouldn't have that fucking groove. That's my opinion. I think anything that guy is, anything that fucking Terrence touches turns to fucking gold. Yeah. Pretty much.
He's the glue that's held that band together.
Yes. Fuck yes. He's been literally the fucking, like, the sole guy, well, next to Frank before Frank left. But just Jesus. Anybody I talk to that has met him loves him to death. Dude's just awesome. Yeah. That's that.
Good.
Cool. Who's next?
It's me.
Marty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my next choice is a guitar player. You'd be glad to hear.
Lovely.
So, as I said before, when you're picking underrated musicians, you're always thinking of bands that you listen to and not a lot of people listen to or talk about. So I'm picking a guitarist who's been playing in a heavy, he's sadly no longer with us. He's playing in a heavy metal band since the 70s from New York. Put out about 14 records with this band. This band have been through the mill. The loads of deaths in the vans between carjackings. He died himself from Crohn's disease. The fucking had loads of deaths in the band. The fucking got screwed by more record companies and everything. But this guy kept this band going, kept coming back, changed their style through the years for a few times. We're fucking old school 70s rock metal band, heavy metal in the 80s, went on to become a speed metal band with a speed metal classic album that you're going to know when I show it to you. And kept going, sadly passed away in 2012. And he's such an amazing songwriter, guitarist, put so much fucking amazing music out. And I find it sad maybe I'm wrong, but I anybody I talk to metal that I know and all that, never heard of him. Most of them haven't even heard of the band, and I find it very sad because he's something else. So, person in question for me is Mark Reale from Riot, from New York City. Fucking amazing guitar player. This is Thunder Steel, one of their bigger albums, come out in '88. As I say, this is more of a speed metal album. This is such an amazing album. Was it 9 tracks? That's Mark there. He died from Crohn's disease in 2012. Very sad, but this guy was this guy is a genius, guitar genius, man. Like, he played all different styles of rock and heavy metal, and never put a bad release out. And yeah, I find it very, very. I know Riot are back on the scene. Riot 5, with the new singer, their current guitar player, Mike Flint's played on lots of their stuff after this, and he's a hell of a guitar player as well. Been blessed with some amazing musicians in the band, but yeah, it's. I find in my own circle where I live, who metalheads that I know around, like, nobody's heard of fucking Mark Reale, and he's just a fucking amazing, talented musician. But he left behind some amazing music as well, like, so which is good. But yeah, he's just one of those. The Riot are one of those bands you either know or you don't know. Like, you know, they've went through their changes, as I said, like, you know, and disappeared off the scene for a couple of years here and there. But Jesus, he's something else. Like, for anybody that's into guitar, like yourselves, Josh, and that, like, Mark Reale is something else. And the next guitar player I have, there's 2 of them actually in the band I'm going to show. But yeah, I always find when you're going for underrated musicians, you're always going for something that's a lot of people don't talk about, and they're a band that a lot of people don't talk about, I find. Or not enough people talk about. So yeah, that's my second pick and my bit for Riot. But yeah, hell of a guitar player and songwriter. Brilliant. So yeah, R.I.P. Mark.
Nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
John?
Well, we've talked a bit about Voivod, so I'm going to talk a bit more about Voivod. I'm going to go for... This is my original Angel That. This is worth a few quid. I'm going to talk about the guitarist.
Piggy!
Dennis DeMore, is he? Let me just check.
Yes.
Yeah, Dennis DeMore. Yeah, Piggy from Voivod. Very underrated, as far as I'm concerned. There's so many guitarists now that you hear something and you go, oh, that sounds like Voivod, and chances are it'll be the guitar sound or the way it's played, or just the some of his fucking work is unbelievable. It's, again, someone else that died too young.
Way too young.
Wonderful guitarist. As I said, that, you know, I know Josh was saying he prefers the earlier stuff, which is obviously a lot more thrashier before they were very progressive, but still, some of the chord changes he does just fucking phenomenal. What an absolute genius he was. And I said it was, he had like 2 or 3 albums, funny of when I think it was when Jason was with him. A lot of the stuff when he was actually dying, he had a load of stuff on a laptop and he kept a load of it, and he said, you know, you can have this. I can't play it, but I've got it all for you. You can put it on future albums and that. And fucking absolutely brilliant. I love Piggy's guitar sound. Fucking brilliant. Yeah, Chewy is really good. Fair play. Yeah, he's fucking. He can do all Piggy stuff, and the new stuff is excellent. New Voivod is wonderful.
That was
one of my favourite bands of all time, I've got to admit, and they always have been. So I'm a bit biased, but
it was a very, very sad day when everybody found out that Piggy passed.
Definitely
not a good day. A lot of sad people. The bass player in our band, he was very, very sad. He said it was probably one of the worst days he'd had in terms of, like, you know, sort of a celebrity death kind of thing.
Yeah, but no, it was they said definitely too young, and he just had so much more in him. But you know, but just fucking very underrated as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Yeah, great band.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I gotta go. My wife just walked in the door, and I have orders.
Oh,
Oh,
you gotta go. You gotta go. It was always nice. It was nice to see you anyway.
Yeah,
yes,
cheers.
My
indeed.
pleasure.
Yeah, good of you
Have-
to come on this one. Yeah, really appreciate it, Anthony.
Cheers, Anthony.
Y'all have a
Cheers,
good.
brother.
If anybody takes a copy of the Daisy Cutter, I've got 5 left.
Okay.
I think we've all got one, haven't we? I know.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I've got them for the
Yeah.
guys here in the States. If anybody in the States needs one, they'd be $13 delivered in the States. I'll put them in the mail to you. But y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
you. I enjoyed it.
Cheers, man.
You're
Thanks.
welcome, man. Thanks for coming on.
see you soon.
See you guys.
For coming on,
You
man.
buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now there's 4.
And then there were 4. The original 4 horsemen. I'm gonna go get my
There's
character.
still, hang
before
on,
my
no,
mom
wait.
back.
There's still 5. There's still 5.
Oh,
There's still 5. Now there's 4. Now there's 3. Okay.
There was nearly
Been
none.
halved. Yeah, we've been halved.
what did any of you think of Newstead project? The Newstead.
I haven't heard it. I've got to admit, I
Yeah.
didn't hear it.
I heard a few tracks of it. I didn't really like it. I can't even remember what style of music it was, but I remember not liking it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I thought it was more almost traditional metal, slightly thrashy, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought it was wasn't industrial. I can't remember what the fuck it was like. It's so long since I heard it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Obviously didn't make an impression on you.
Yeah, I remember listening to one song. I think it was called something like "The Crow Flies" or something, and it was like, yeah, it was okay, but I haven't listened to it again since. So, yeah, probably tells everything. I don't know that guitar player, John McLaughlin. I don't know who he is. I will have to
Sounds
look
Irish.
him up.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, does anyone know that John McLaughlin?
Sounds familiar. His name sounds familiar.
Oh, John McLaughlin? Pretty sure he's like one of them fucking jazzy sort of guys that fucking Zach Wilde gets excited about every 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
I think that's what John's into, is that sort of jazzy kind of thing. Like classical playing
All
and really sort of nuts, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Right,
Yeah.
Josh, back to you.
Right. Yes. Yeah. My next pick. I'm gonna go with Bill Steer from Carcass.
Nice choice.
And I think a lot of the, us guys who know death metal probably would be like, it's probably not as obvious a choice because obviously, like, we all know Carcass and we all know how good a guitar player he is. But I think people that don't listen to death metal probably wouldn't, they probably wouldn't know that, Bill can actually play really, really well. He probably is one of the best, most accomplished guitarists in death metal, I'd say, just for the sheer range that he's got. And yeah, I think he's quite an underrated player in that sense, like outside the death metal world. Yeah, some of like the riffs that he comes up with, some of them are just iconic. And even on the later albums, especially Surgical Steel, some of the guitar solos and the riffs are really well worked, really well crafted, and I think he's a guitar player that I think people that are not into death metal could listen to Bill Steer's playing and get something out of it, especially on like Heartwork and the one after that, Swan Song, and the newer stuff as well.
He can still do it live as well.
Yeah.
He still does it live.
Fucking brilliant.
He really is. Yeah, he's excellent live. With his fucking big bell-bottom flares on.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, Billy and them fucking bell bottoms, man. Like that's he's a wild man.
He looks like he should be in the Dead Daisies.
Right?
Oh yeah.
But he is brilliant. Fucking savage, actually. Like.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to argue that. My turn now or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch Johnny's heart a little bit here.
Nice. Very nice.
And we're going to talk about Tatsu Mikami, their bass player, the man with the weirdest way of playing bass ever. Dude plays a big old fucking Rickenbacker. He's got it slung so low that he doesn't even play anywhere near the pickups. He plays bass with the pick up on the neck, like halfway up the neck. And he basically, as he moves down with his fretting hand, he goes down with his fucking picking hand, but he doesn't go that far. His way of playing is fucking... It's very much like it's almost as if you took Jason Newsted and his picking ability and Geezer Butler just in where he plays, up on the neck. Like, because Geezer played up towards the bottom of the neck, but Tatsu, he's right up on the fucking neck. And if anybody listens to this record, Josh, I know you won't because it's too slow for you. This absolutely still fucks up my head every time I listen to it. This and pretty much any of their records still. That was one of the hardest things I had to rank in a while. Like when John and Dave and I did it.
That was good.
Nightmare Fuel. But yeah. Just underrated player. I mean, we could sit here and talk about any other bass player in Doom and Stoner and stuff, but Tatsu is the most underrated, and he is the sole member from day one. No other bass player has played. It's just been Tatsu, and he's gone through more lineup changes than you can fucking shake a stick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Question: Does he play with Sonic Flower? Sonic Flower. This the offshoot band of Church of Misery.
Yeah, I don't know, but you might be right. I'm going to have to look that up here now.
What do you think of Sonic Flower?
I've not heard him.
I haven't listened to a whole lot of
these Johnny Mac.
Me too. No.
They're more psychedelic, sludgy, doomy stuff, instrumental stuff on it. I think the early stuff was, and then there's vocalist on it. But that's their 3 records there. They're out on, what's that fucking label? Heavy Psych Sounds. I don't know if that guy plays with the band or not, but yeah, this is just slow, fuzzy, fucking psychedelic, fucking doomy, sludgy stuff. I nearly mentioned everything there, but yeah, that's what they are. Sonic Flower. It's the guys from Church of Misery. What's his name?
Tatsu Mikami.
Tatsu Mikami. Yeah, he does play on it. Yes.
No.
So you should check these out then, Trevor. See you like these. Sonic
Flower. I'll check those guys out for sure. That sounds right straight up my alley as I've been.
I think it was Jason Blackletter Eyes that showed their debut, and that's why I got the fucking thing. And it's just, I love it. It's real heavy and fuzzy, like, it'll really fucking test out your subwoofer. Like, it's fucking really cool stuff. I don't know if there's any vocals on this. There's one of them I don't think there's no vocals on them. Tatsu Mikami. Yeah, he does. He's on them all, actually. But yeah, there's no vocals on this one. But there is. I think the guy from Church of Misery sings on that the third one I showed you there, the one with the bell-bottom motorbike. one.
Yeah, that So that second one that the red one, I've seen that album cover before. So
That one.
yeah, what's it called again?
It's called Sonic. I think it's just called self-titled Sonic Flower.
Okay,
That's the band, Sonic Flower.
Right on.
Yeah, good. If you're in the church and you like these, there's Jason there. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
Marty,
one there as well.
I was going to tell you, mate. Have you seen what I picked up recently?
Oh, nice.
What is that?
There you go. Marty's got a bigger one. Who misses?
I have the small one too. Young man.
What is that? Sergeant?
Sergeant Thunderhoof.
Oh my God.
There you go, mate. Look at that.
Thunderhoof. Love it.
Yeah. They're from Bath in the UK. Kind of stoner doom band, stoner rock band, stoner doom. The band actually sent me their complete discography on vinyl.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
seriously, yeah. But they're fucking excellent. Jason, or not Jason, what's his name? Gary from Cryptic Blood put that release out. Yeah.
Well, I was after it, and he said he didn't have any more copies left. But he said someone had one on. He knew somebody had one on Discogs, so I went and picked up a copy because I needed to get it. I want to get the other stuff. This is the only one I've got so far, and it's excellent.
It's all brilliant. They're all great albums. That is one of my favorite albums since I joined the VC. That's one of my favorite albums I've ever got since I joined the VC. It's fucking amazing. This is savage.
I'd like to get him on vinyl, I must admit. So
yeah, very cool band.
No trouble. My box is broken. Look at that. It's all floppy. I had to put sellotape on the fucking thing.
I just brought them up on Encyclopedia Metallum. It says genre: psychedelic, stoner, doom metal. Themes: scientific fiction, mushrooms, and spirituality. I'm on that like a fat kid.
I was going to say,
woo!
You need to get on them, Trev.
Check out that one first. That's their latest. Check that one out first, Trevor. You really, really dig it.
Okay.
Really cool shit.
Was it Spectral Veil? Something like that?
Yeah. The Sceptrid Veil, by the looks of it.
Sceptrid Veil.
Yeah. Is it me then again?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna go with this band. I've mentioned them recently in videos, and I keep mentioning them a lot for a lot of reasons. But another band that's out since the 80s. Going to see them in 4 weeks' time. It's going to be the best fucking gig ever. I'm going to Sepultura. I'm going to Pantera. I'm going to Anthrax, Testament, Creator. Hopefully going to Gatecreeper. But this is the one I'm looking forward out of the whole fucking lot most, and it's to see one of my favorite bands. Satan.
I was going to say, is it Satan by any chance?
Yeah. Nice. But the twin guitarists in Satan since day one, still there. There they are. There, the two of them on the corner. So Russ Tippins and Steve Ramsey, two boys on the end. Mm-hmm. Which one am I pointing? Yeah, that's Russ Tippins, and then there's Steve Ramsey there. I don't know how to operate mirrors, obviously. But dual guitar playing on this. It's right up there with the fucking Iron Maiden dual guitar playing. Up there with Halloween. Anybody that dual guitars, fucking amazing stuff. Russ Tippins also plays with Tannis as band at the moment.
That album's really good. That Tannis one, the last one. That's excellent, mate.
Yeah, musically, fucking amazing. I'm not a guitar player, so I don't know jack shit, but I like what I hear, and what I hear is just amazing. He's absolutely fantastic guitar player. Can't say enough about him. And it's just another band that nobody really mentions. Okay, they'll get mentioned up in the odd new wave British heavy metal video because they're out since then. Brian Ross, the vocalist, he played with Blitzkrieg as well, Metallica cover, obviously, and he's still going. They're going to be amazing live, but the guitar playing on these albums is just fucking, it's second to none, man. It's just amazing. They're such a great band. And I always try to get them a mention no matter what fucking I'm doing. But as I say, I like what I hear, and just so, what does he say? One of the bands I haven't ever listened to. I don't even know if you'd like them, Simon, or not. But Satan, fucking awesome. Guitar playing is just, it's amazing. As is Skyclad. Get second priority. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I don't have that in by Pariah. I know that's what they were called previously, before that or after. But yeah, great band. Looking forward to seeing them live. I see the 2 guitar players just be on my knees watching them. That sounds weird, but yeah, that's me.
I've never heard anything by Satan either, to be honest, Marty. I've never heard any Satan stuff. No,
I thought you
not
bought
a
the
band.
most recent album.
Just passing about. Yeah, no,
No.
I've not got them. Not got a single Satan. No, not heard any of them. I'll keep meaning to pick some up, but you know what it's like. You have the list of bloody stuff, and all of a sudden I bought fucking tons of black metal, and I'm skint again. So you know how it is.
Yeah,
I'm buying a lot of black metal these days. Fucking hell.
Indeed, you are.
Anyway,
you're on next. Johnny.
I'm on next, am I? Well, if you know, when you think, well, this guy is probably one of the, the big guys that as guitarists go a big riff master. All his stuff is full and riffy. But I on my latest video, I showed this because I'm loving this. The one and only Matt Pike. This is Pike versus the Automaton. It is so. This is fucking wonderful. I say I only picked this up about 2 months ago. Dead chuffed to get it on vinyl. I said I obviously had all the High on Fire stuff. Although I still haven't got the fucking new one. I pre-ordered it from Amazon, and they did that usual shitty thing where they over pre-order, and then because I just didn't come, and I need to get it from somewhere else. I was showing this on the latest video. Look at that fucking cover. How wonderful is that?
That's amazing.
It's such artwork. It's just phenomenal. But yeah, this is, as I said, obviously it just sounds a lot like High on Fire, and that's good enough for me. It's just wonderful stuff. And it's got a song on it called Alien Slut Mum. Now, go onto YouTube and look for that, and it's fucking amazing. It's like a 13 minutes. It's like a horror movie type thing. Yeah, the video is wonderful. It really is. It's just mad. It's like a, Oh, anyway, we got a download card in here, so I can get it out. There you go. Does anybody want the download for the Matt Pike album? There you go. Anybody wants it? You take it. There you go. So yeah, Matt Pike, what an absolute legend. It's unfortunate there's no fucking pictures of him on here. Typical, the one I pick up. I should have picked up one of me High on Fire albums. I've got no idea where they are. They're about somewhere. I don't know if I think I must have them here somewhere.
Yeah. Is that the name of the band, John? Pike versus the Automation.
Yeah.
Weird name.
It's Matt Pike. I said.
Yeah, it's nice. A solo record.
It's said he's obviously the main guy from High on Fire anyway. And wasn't it Sleep he was in originally?
Yep.
Was it Sleep? Yeah.
Yep. Dragonaut.
Yeah, obviously we did a High on Fire ranking, didn't we? Which, as you say, wasn't easy either.
Nope. Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah, well, there you go. But yeah, this is wonderful. I said the artwork's great. The songs are great. Wonderful stuff. Is it fucking normal black vinyl? Let's have a look. What with it? Yeah,
Matt's a fucking genius.
He is, and some of the, as I said, some of the lyrics are just so heavy, aren't they? It's like that. They're quite hard to class at times. A lot of this stuff because it's like it's not just sludgy. It's not doomy. It's almost like at times they're very Motorheady. They chug along. It's just wonderful stuff.
Celtic Frost inspired.
Yeah. There's so much in there, but just his lips. Just, like people say, sort of Tony Iommi is the fucking riff master, which he is. This guy, Matt Pike, is just fucking wonderful. I like it. And not many people talk about him enough. Obviously, I said, if when you're into him, as we do, Trevor. But as I said, there's a lot of people out there that just have never picked. They either don't like the name, took me a while to get into them. I wasn't sure about them. I thought High on Fire, nah, that doesn't sound like a sort of band I get into. But once you hear it, you go, whoa, this stuff is just chunky and heavy and head nodding and like, yes,
Yeah, exactly.
good stuff.
Josh?
Yeah, so Matt Pie.
Yeah, that's cool. My dad's recently got into High on Fire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. Yeah, he just listened to him on a whim, and he was like, "Oh, do you know this band called High on Fire?" And I was like, "Well, I've heard of them because you lot done the ranking back in whenever that was." And
Yeah.
Yep.
so yeah, he really digs him now, so that's good.
Your turn, Josh. Come to the dark side of the force.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has played me some High on Fire, and I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah,
I
I'll
haven't heard
probably
it
get
yet.
them as well.
You not heard any? Oh, Marty. I'll listen to some Satan if you listen to some High on Fire. How's that sound?
Deal.
Homework for the next stream, boys.
Yeah.
Thoughts upon both.
Yeah.
He writes it down.
Two dudes, put the wash on.
Listen to High on Fire. Fucking brilliant. Josh, you got any more?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Maybe we could do this, and then we can do one more round, and then we can move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Okay. So the next one I've got is a drummer, and Trev might know. Well, if he's got that far into Trivium's discography, I'm going to go with Alex Bent from Trivium, and he's the current drummer, and he's been their drummer since I think 2016. Before that, he did some drumming on Eric Peterson's Dragon Lord project.
Yeah.
I think he done 2 of those albums, or at least 1 of those albums. He's just an incredible drummer. I haven't listened to the Dragon Lord stuff, but what he's done for Trivium is, I think he brought him up a level with his, with his drumming ability. I know they've kind of done a little bit more like a progressive sound, but the stuff that he can do on a drum kit is just unbelievable. Sometimes I feel like he's got more than 2 arms. Some of the things he's doing. He's a very innovative drummer. I think he's quite an innovative drummer because he goes off into these. It's almost like he's doing his own thing whilst the guitars are playing one thing and he's just doing his own thing. Very technically proficient drummer. He can do the blast stuff. He can do the black metal style. He can do the thrash metal style. There's no style he can't do, I don't think. And definitely an underrated drummer for the more modern drummers. But
what's his name, Josh?
His name's Alex Bent.
Okay, so he's not on that.
No, he's not on that one. No, he come after that one.
That's the Trivium album I like.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Silence in the Snow. Yeah,
just catchy tunes on it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good album. Yeah, it's a good album. Alex. He basically, because I think the drummer they had for that album, I think he only did that one album, and then he left. I don't know whether they didn't. It just didn't quite gel. But then and then after that they got Alex Bent because I think, because Matt Heafy is into his black metal. He obviously must have heard Alex Bent play on those Dragon Lord albums, and I think ever since then he's kind of been following his work. And when he got the chance to join trivium. He jumped at it basically, and yeah. So he's played on the Sin, the Sentence, What the Dead Men Say,
And in the Court of the Dragon.
the latest one, the Court of the Dragon. Yeah, and yeah, his drumming is phenomenal on all of them.
Okay. So moving on, my last pick is going to be from these lot.
Oh, Cathedral.
Yes.
Nice.
And we are talking about Gaz Jennings, the guitar player. There are players that are in some of the best fucking bands who have riffs for days. Matt's one of them. Terrence Hobbs is one of them. Fucking all these guys. But nobody talks, when they talk about Cathedral, it's always about fucking Lee. And not that that's a bad thing, because Lee Dorian is fucking Lee Dorian. But everybody knows Lee. Nobody talks about fucking Gaz Jennings ever. Like, the only time I ever hear from him is when I talk to a couple of my buddies about him. And that's about it. My bass player, Andrew, anytime we talk about Cathedral, it's what Gaz comes up with. His riffs are fucking insane. And 1 minute it could go from this fucking big old Death Doom stuff on Forest of Equilibrium, and then you move into Ethereal Mirror, where there's some doom in there, but it's not as doomy. It's probably more stoner and more sludgy. And that's where they sort of get really sort of wild. Obviously, as Carnival Bazaar goes with Hopkins, the Witchfinder General, it almost becomes more of a rock and roll thing. But he's such an underrated guitar player. It's absolutely fucking insane the amount of disrespect that man gets when it comes to guitar stuff. He's just fantastic. Absolutely fucking perfect. Yep, that's my thoughts. Love that man. Yeah. Gaz said he listened to Witchfinder General backwards to steal riffs. Fuck, I mean, if it works, and it did, because there's not a bad record in their fucking discography. Not a bad riff, or a bad song for that matter. Gaz Jennings.
Very good. Very good. Okay, it's back to me then. Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, I was struggling at this stage, lads, because just to try to pick something that I haven't mentioned before. So I'm picking a vocalist this time.
Okay.
It's another vocalist that's been around since the 80s. He played in tons of metal bands. I'm kind of relatively new to him. I would have heard him on compilations, 80s compilations, and now here and there. So I'm just going to go with, I'm looking down to see what the fuck I wrote. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the vocalist Harry Conklin, the Tyrant. Now, probably a lot of you won't know him again. So he's vocalist with US heavy metal band, power metal band earlier on, Jag Panzer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Now, Harry has sang with tons of bands. Hopefully, Jason's going to throw them a few up there. I know he sang with Titan Force as well, which I got their debut recently. It's fucking incredible. But yeah, I'm on a serious fucking Jag Panzer buzz at the moment. They're now on Atomic Fire, and they've been putting out reissues of all their old stuff. I got their debut, and I got a couple other ones filed. This is the 4th Judgment. I think it's actually their 6th album. There's some fucking thing about putting unreleased albums out from their first album or before their first album and putting it out in the middle of all this. So this ended up being their 6th album, the 4th Judgment. But yeah, he's just one of those old school quality fucking very high range vocals. He can do it all. The lad looks about fucking 90, man, and he's still going strong. Their last album was brilliant. You know what I mean? He has that look. He's like the guy from Satan. He's been around the block a long time, but this guy has got serious set of pipes in him. He's just fucking one of those US power metal heavy metal vocalists, and he's just fantastic. Jason, throw up a few of his other bands there for us, will you? Satan, something else he was in as well that I know of. But yeah, I just think he's a great vocalist. I'm not saying he's underrated in that. He probably is very big in the metal scene, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about Jag Panzer either. But they put out some quality releases. They put out a dose of fucking releases, probably up on 20 fucking records. Maybe not that many, maybe 17 or something. But yeah, they're just quality, and they're just a band I've been getting into a lot recently. As I said before earlier on today, or in the stream, I fucking love 80s metal. I love finding bands like this and Virgin Steel, stuff I wouldn't have heard of maybe in the 80s or that when I was growing up, but I wouldn't have got stuff of. So yeah, God bless Re fucking Issues. And yeah, just another band I found, and he's an amazing vocalist. I'm not sure if your style of music, lads, definitely can't see Josh listening because he didn't like the vocalist in Dream Evil, but yeah, this guy, savage vocalist. So yeah, Harry Conklin, the Tyrant, great vocalist. Just another one I like. So there you go. As I said, he might be underrated, but you know, his name does not flows around too much. Warlord, fucking amazing band, absolutely amazing band.
Yep.
Yeah, US power metal is 100 times better than European power metal, as far as I'm concerned. Me. So that was me.
Cool. Yep. Yeah. Is it me?
It is.
I'm gonna go with a guitarist again. Who doesn't get a lot of props because chances are most of the bands he's been in, he's with a bass player that everybody thinks is absolutely wonderful, and he is. I'm going to go with the guitarist from Primus, the legend that is Larry Lalonde. Lalonde, is it?
Lalonde.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think he's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't know if it's Primus the first time I heard him, or possibly that first Blind Illusion album. They were obviously both in Blind Illusion, the American thrash, possibly progressive thrash, technical progressive thrash, you call it. Fucking awesome album, that Sane Asylum, absolutely brilliant. So his guitar work on there is outstanding. He was obviously in Possessed as well. I don't know how many albums he played on. First couple, was it? Maybe? I'm not sure.
I think it was just 7 Churches.
Yeah, it was just 7 Churches, was it?
I think. Just searching it now.
But yeah, so I thought he's just another one of them wonderful guitarists that can change his style, because obviously the style of Primus is certainly not the same as Possessed, yet he fits in perfectly with both. And I think it just shows what a decent, a very underrated musician, in that everybody, if you're talking Primus, you'll be talking to Les, obviously. I've seen Primus 3 or 4 times live, and they're fucking awesome. Really good, even when they did the stupid Willy Wonka things with all the Oompa Loompas on stage and that. Very weird, but just marvelous. But yeah, I'll go for Larry. If you don't know his stuff, then worth checking out. Just said the guitar work is just that I love that album, Marty.
It's one of my favorite metal albums ever. It's amazing.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I said Larry's guitar work on it is just great. I said obviously it's very bass driven, because that's what Les does, and he's there. But and everybody knows and lauds Les Claypool for obvious reasons, because he's just a fucking bass guitar god. But Larry Lalonde doesn't get the same props. So,
no, not at all.
I thought he was quite perfect for underrated musicians.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Larry was on 7 Churches, Beyond the Gates, and the Eyes of Horror EP before they broke up in '87, obviously because of Jeff's accident. Went on to do the Blind Illusion record, which was from what I've heard, based from you two, was
wonderful.
really, really fucking good.
Wonderful.
And then Primus, obviously. It's funny, father of death, or like Godfather of death metal, and then you get fucking Blind Illusion, and then you got him in Primus. None of it makes sense, but it's fucking Larry Lalonde, so no one gives a
That's
shit.
what I mean. They're all different styles, but he does them all perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could not agree more. What a choice.
Yeah.
All right, Josh.
When I did my Students of Satriani video, I found that he was one of those, which kind of I guess that makes sense that he can do all of those different styles seamlessly because he was taught by, Satriani. So yeah, okay. My last one, I'm going to go with a guitarist again, and I'm going to go with Brent Hines from Mastodon.
Great choice.
I think he is massively underrated, especially in terms of like of the modern metal era. I think he's one of the most underrated lead guitarists. On the early stuff, he didn't really do that many leads. It was only, over the last like 10 years or so, he started to do more guitar solos and really show his, guitar ability. And especially on albums like Emperor of Sand and Once More Around the Sun, I think he really comes into his own with his guitar solo style. And, when I did my Mastodon ranking last year and listening to those albums really made me think how good a guitar player he is. I don't really think he writes too much of the riffs. I think that's Bill for the most part. Who writes the majority of it. But he seems to write riffs that fit perfectly with Brent's style, and it all just comes together. And in a weird way, over the last year or so, I've kind of heard a little bit of Brent Hines in my own playing, so he obviously has had an effect on me. But I think in terms of guitarists of the modern era, I think Brent Hines is a little overlooked and a little bit underrated, because I think he's really, really good. That's it. And also he's a good vocalist as well. I quite like his vocal style. He's kind of got like that sort of country twang going on, but he makes it work with what Mastodon do. So yeah, that's my last pick.
Cool.
Great pick, man.
Yeah.
I don't know Mastodon, so I can't really pick or can't say anything about it.
That's fair enough.
The band I never got around to listening to for some reason.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Same for
good recommendation. Crack the Sky.
Yeah.
I like Leviathan.
Yeah.
Leviathan's also good. Either or would be just a great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Crack the Sky or
if you want that more proggy kind of sound, I think Crack the Sky is perfect because it's the perfect mix of the early stuff that was a bit more aggressive, transitioning into the more proggy side that they've been doing for the last 10 years or so. But if you want like the full aggression, I think an album like Leviathan would be perfect for that.
Blood and Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that riff.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Joshy. Coming up on the 3-hour mark, bud.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Should we move on?
Shall we do one more topic and then we'll call it a night?
Sounds good to me.
We can always save. We could save the last one that I come up with for the next stream because that's not, it doesn't really matter when we do that. But I think this next one is probably more topical of now because we're in the middle of 2024. Looking at albums that we're most looking forward to for the second half of the year. Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to do just to finish off. I could start if you want.
Go for that.
Just get, because I've only got a few. I haven't got many. Because to be honest, a lot of the albums that I'm looking forward to are probably going to be coming out next year now, which, you know, is what it is. So yeah, the first one for me, we've mentioned him a few times already, Unto Others, which is coming out in September. Really looking forward to that one.
Never Neverland, is it called? I think.
Yeah. Really liked all the singles so far. Yeah, I'm looking forward to when that comes out. Hopefully picking that up. Next up, I've got As I Lay Dying. It's not confirmed whether they're going to have an album out, but they've put out 2 singles, and the first one, Burden, was awesome. I absolutely loved that single. So that's more of a hope than an expectation. But it would be cool if they did release a new one. Next up, Havoc. I did see somewhere that they were looking to get an album out this year. So that would be cool if they did, because the last one was really good. And, well, all their stuff's pretty good. Next one, Anthrax. Because Anthrax, it's been like 2016, the last one they did. Hopefully they might do one this year, but I guess we'll see. Next, another thrash one, Onslaught. I don't know whether they're looking to do a new one or not, but it would be cool if they did, because Generation Antichrist, that was like my introduction to the band, and it's still my favorite album by them. And the next one is Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, because they put out this single back in March, and it was really, really awesome. And I was just wondering if they were going to put an album out, but nothing. They've not really said anything since. So I'm not sure whether that was just a one-off thing, or they're going to actually make a full album together, or I don't know. But if they do, that would be really cool, and I'll definitely buy it if they did, because that first single was really, really good. And the last one I've got is Exodus, even though they've said it might be late this year or early next year, so a bit of a question mark over that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the ones I'm most anticipating out of anything.
Yep, right on. Good choices.
Yeah.
John?
Cool.
Yep, I'll go next then. This here is Cremulation.
Okay.
This is a CDR of the Welsh death metal band. Me and Marty saw them at Dead of Winter Festival.
Yeah.
They're from South Wales. The guy Steve sent me a little note and a copy of the album. Comes out, I think it's pre-order Monday on, what's he put? Iron Fortress Records on Bandcamp. They're just fucking, they were so good live. Wonderful. I got they had a tape out, and I think they were on the Don't Go Into the House thing with Blood Rage and that. They're just wonderful, wonderful death metal. I said there's 11 tracks, lasts about 30 minutes. Let's get that into view. Oh, come on. No, it's not going to view. But it's the Three Heads in the Fleas is just wonderful stuff. Are You Dead's great. The Dig Your Own Grave, Coffin Juice is fucking wonderful. Just Gastric Broth, less chained. It's nasty, horrible death metal, and it's fucking great. So that's Emulation. And so their album's coming out next week. Give them a plug because they're cool. And I actually showed it in my last video that I did earlier on today. Mentioned these at the very start. Winterfilleth have got a new album coming out in September, possibly. Something like that. I'll be pre-ordering it because it's a new single. It's fucking wonderful, and this is great. I've got some more I've actually got on my list. Nile have got a new album coming out, I believe.
Yes.
So that's one that I'm looking forward to. Bewitcher, they've got a new album coming out this year as well. Speedy, blackened thrash, or whatever you want to call it. Very much in the vein of Hellripper, obviously. Unto Others, Josh has already mentioned. I believe Dark Tranquility have got a new album coming out. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I did enjoy the last one for your melodic death metal. Horror-based Italian, I think they're Italian, Fulci. They've got a, I'm not sure if it's an EP or an album coming out in the next couple of months. That should be cool. Black metal, Zealanada. They're like sort of, they've got a new album coming out. They're kind of sort of progressive, avant-garde, whatever the fuck you call it. Yes, I am Welsh. Fuck off. It's the lights. It's dark. Look, it's fucking dark outside. See, there's a
Simon being a shit disturber as always.
Hear me. Jay There have got a new album coming out. They were awesome at Fortress Festival. Spectral Wound have got a new album coming out. So yeah, there's quite a few stuff that I'm looking forward to. Most of them, I thought all it was going to be front loaded this year because there's a lot of good stuff came out this year. So my end of year list is going to be fucking huge, isn't it? So yeah. Oh yeah, the Beast is finally here. I know he had a gig tonight, so looks like he's finally joining us. Fucking hell, better late than never, eh?
Yeah, fucking
He was
what
on a
a
big
guy.
gig.
We need to get him on a fucking stream. That would be a hell of a fucking entertaining night. I'll tell you, Jesus.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
I'm working on it. I'm working on getting the Beast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy, Johnny.
Like the fucking mix up with the singles, I didn't even see this on the fucking email. I seen something about record collections or something fucking when's enough's enough. But
That is one of them, yeah.
I am looking for that Emulation. I seen it in John's video because, as John said, they were fucking great live. I did get the cassette at the gig as well, and really looking forward to that. The Unto Others album, I'm definitely looking forward to because I knew that was coming out. What else? What the fuck else? I had shit in my head there. I can't remember. Yeah, like I'm buying a lot of old stuff at the moment, a lot of cult metal stuff, underground fucking heavy metal from the 80s and all that. But I still am buying. I reckon I have enough brilliant albums from this year so far to do me end of year list as it is. There's been some great death metal releases out as well. But I am looking forward to the new, not everybody's cup of tea, of course, the new Nightwish album, which should be out pretty soon. I know symphonic metal and most people don't fucking don't gel, but Thomas Halapainen, I can get his name fucking right. He could have been in that list of underappreciated, but he is appreciated. But he's a fucking genius. So their new album should be out soon. The new single's come out and it's pretty fucking decent. So and as I say, like this year we had fucking Blood Red Throne, Skeleton Remains, Hideous Divinity. Fucking me, Jesus. Skeleton Remains, I probably said that. There's been so many great albums out this year already. I will be picking up more new albums, but I don't know what else is on the radar that I really, really want to get. John, just when you mentioned Fulci there, did you get this new Slug Gore album yet?
No,
Italian,
I haven't got that one yet.
Grindcore. Fulci are on this. The guest on it, the Deadly Spawn.
Oh, nice.
So this is
cool.
kind of
No, I've not seen that. Where'd you get it from, Marty?
I think I picked it up on Amazon, actually. It's kind of death, grindy, trashy stuff. It's a bit all over the place. It's obviously, going by the cover, it's based on Era, not the band, by fucking Godzilla and all that sort of crazy shit. They're Italian. Fulci are in the video for that Deadly Spawn as well. Good song. It's a good album. It's a fun album. But yeah, that's only out. It's pretty good. It's worth picking up. It's cheap as chips. And yeah, that's all I can think of. Picked it up on Amazon, Sean. Slug Gore. I didn't know the band. Apparently they're out a while, but they're really good fun. Post-Nuclear, Big Smile. Stuck in the Mud. Necrophilatitude. The dust says you're fucked.
Love it.
But yeah, bit of fun. But just when you mentioned Fulci, they're on it, like. And they're a great band too. Anything horror based is fucking awesome. I'm sure there's going to be more great albums coming out of Scotland as well.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, cool. Trevor, hit us.
So the first one I'm looking forward to is Death Doom, sort of sludgy sort of band, Mother of Graves. Their guitar player, who I follow online, he just put out that he was listening to the test pressing on his turntable. I'm like, is it ready now? And he goes, no, not yet. Hold your shorts.
I think I've got about 3 of their albums, Trev. 2 or 3 albums, Mother of Graves.
Yes.
They're good band. Very good band.
Excellent band. I'm just going to quickly go through the list that I have here compiled. I know Fulci is going to have Duck Face Killings from $20.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to that. I love their last record that they put out. It was fucking killer. Also got Dark Tranquility. I don't know if I'm going to pick that up or not. I'm definitely interested in checking it out and listening to see what they're going to have on their new one. Nile is out on August 23rd. And that is The Underworld Awaits Us All, with some of the longest fucking song titles in the history of metal. Zeal and Ardor, I'm going to check that one out too. The new Spectre Wound, Sons of Blood and Mire. Let's see here. We have fucking Jesus. I'm trying to see what I fucking typed here. Nails has got a new one coming out. I'll give that a fucking listen. September. Funny enough, Fast Eddie Clark has a release coming out. That's interesting. Yeah, the first part of September is not all that great. Dale Crover, I know he's got a record out. Yes, sir. Crowbot's got a record coming out. Guar has a Hello 36th anniversary edition. New Flotsam and Jetsam record.
Nice.
I Am the Weapon. Satan, their new record will be out on September 13th. I know in October, well, of course, there's going to have the October's going to, Bewitcher is on the 27th. A couple of Pentagram re-releases are coming out. October 11th, it's going to have Vomit Forth. 1349. The 18th. Also, October 11th, I think, is the new Opeth, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Graham Magus's new one will be out. The new Jerry Cantrell. I don't know if you guys have heard any of that. I'm not sure if you guys are into Jerry or not.
No, I like Jerry Cantrell. Yeah, it's good too.
He's got a new single out, and it's as soon as I was listening to it earlier this morning, immediately made me start missing fucking Lane Staley a whole hell of a lot. And then there's not a whole lot coming out after that. Guerrera. They're releasing Coma, which is out on Season of Mist.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. The ones that I'm really, really looking forward to are going to be the new Crowbar record, because they're recording stuff for that. Kirk's already been in the studio. He refuses to say if it actually is Crowbar or not, which I'm pretty sure it is. Down, whenever Philip gets his head out of his ass and gets in just vocals, and new Corrosion Conformity.
Nice.
Let's go. Well, that's that, fellas. I think.
Nice. Yeah. Well, there you go. That the other topic that we were going to do, we can save it for the next one. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that way, it'll give everyone more time to maybe think about that topic potentially.
Don't
I
have
was
to.
going to.
No?
Fucking
Fair enough. I think that's like the 4th time that's happened now.
Oh yeah, it's out of fucking control. I
They're
can't
quick.
get my shit together. I'm a mess.
Mhm.
But you guys know this. So just about past your
Yeah.
boy's bedtime now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 20 to midnight.
Time for a movie.
Night. Fuck, I still got all kinds of time before I go to Snoozeville. But well, fellas, that was fun. Lots of laughs. Anthony showed up, hung out for about 2 hours. It was brilliant.
No technical hitches.
No,
Yeah.
fantastic.
And apart from the stand.
And
I just
Yeah,
bought
I
the
can-
Slug
Yeah.
Gore album, Marty.
Good man. You like it. It's good crack.
$16.99 on Amazon.
Yeah,
I couldn't find it at first, but if it's Slug Gore, 2 separate words, so
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. I put it in as 1 word, but yeah, got it. It's coming Monday. Marvelous.
Nice.
If it's shit, it's your fault.
Listen to it first.
No, I never listen to anything first. That's why I got so much shit.
Listen to
I just buy them.
John, the Deadly Spawn single with Fulci. It's really good. It's a great breakdown in it.
Yeah. Well, I've ordered it anyway. I'll have a listen to it next week or whenever.
Yeah. Worked out anyhow.
Packing up my
Half better,
shit.
Trev.
Trevor's off to Disneyland.
Ew. Oh, you silly motherfuckers! Yeah, this is how I put my headphones on when I'm not listening, and everybody says I look like Mickey Mouse.
Is there Disneyland in Quebec or wherever you are?
You're right. Well, boys, that was a
I'll
lot
be
of
using
fun.
that for the next time now.
Frozen themed.
You're right.
Yeah.
I have thought about covering fucking "Let It Go" on in like a fucking Death Doom style. That'd be funny. Put it out, be the top seller. All right, John, you keep working on Mr. Beast and get his ass on the fucking stream. That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, boys. Have a fab evening and get some
Right.
sleep.
Cheers, lads. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching, people.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bye. Thanks, man.